We're talking about the hardware stores and the screwdrivers. Be like, yes.
Sorry, a lot of orange juice.
I think it's so funny that like the hottest hot sauce is like in hardware stores in the South. Like I remember a few years ago when
it's hardware.
Yeah, when
it's hard on the use.
the hashtag Thanksgiving with white families was trending on Twitter, and everyone was like, "This is how white people eat," and it's like unseasoned chicken and just a slice of bread. And one of the top replies someone had was like, some 4chan genius pointed out black people think white cuisine is like this because they only get served it in prison and school.
They're not wrong.
Yeah. The most devastating. We're live, aren't we?
Yes.
So well.
You just got to cut that out of the...
Don't cut that out. That shit's funny and because that's the...
Actually, okay,
that's the dumbest fucking thing. White people don't like spice. Yeah, go to an Ace Hardware in Arkansas, and they're going to have shit that'll make your asshole catch fire.
Well, okay, you really want it, though, right? We, white people, put salt on everything. We don't even think about it, you know?
Mm.
Like, side of vegetables, throw some salt on there, because I know this because I have I have a coworker who's from Liberia, and she married a Minnesotan, right? And she's like, I don't understand it. I cook the food, it's already seasoned, right? And he automatically puts salt on it. And it's like, you know, because...
Not enough.
Right. Because how we cook here is that, you know, we don't...
It's good, babe.
It's you cook it in the pot or whatever, and then you put it on your plate, and then you you season it to taste, right? So we're so used to have everything that comes from the pot just bland.
Yep.
So it needs more salt.
People always rip on British cuisine for being unspiced, like, oh, Britain conquered the world for spices and then used none of them. Well, that's because they didn't cook it into it. You added your own spice because everyone has different tastes.
Mm-hmm. And I will say this: they do a pretty darn good job with fish and chips.
Now, if only their dental was up to par.
Wow, one thing at a time.
Yeah. Maybe if they deal with the roaming rape gangs, after that they can focus on dental care.
So I had to fix that up a little bit because the cats. This was before they got to the size they were now, but they like. Oh, Drake's put his paw on your nose again.
How long have you had that?
That?
Yeah.
I mean, I had it back in the old place.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 3 years. Almost. No, not 3 years. 2 years. Like 2.5 years.
2 from here, yeah.
Was that the final
yeah.
necromantic attack and assault in...
Not the necromantic attack, the haunting.
Okay.
It wasn't a necromancer, it was just a ghost.
Right.
And when ghosts
I'm
haunt
not afraid of
something,
no ghost.
when ghosts haunt something, they
Looking kind of gaunt there, my dude.
right, they encourage other undead spirits to rise from the dead. And what was directly under the city? A bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I did another fun fact. I didn't inherently plan that when I set up the dead bodies. I just used what I established in the earlier episodes of the city to have a natural conclusion. Take note, Vox Machina. See? It works. Molto bene.
No, I did my roll and act to ask how good it's going to go. That's 20, baby.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Roll. Fuck yeah.
Fair enough. So, because session 23 streamed.
Should we
Yes?
move this forward because I put all the books up there?
I mean,
I need to get my book. It's up there.
well, by all means.
It's behind the camera.
Yeah. Sorry, fat ass walking.
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
It really is off-camera physical humor. All right.
Did Applelock leave his nose warmer here again?
His nose warmer. That's fucking funny.
That's not for his nose. It's for his beak. pecker.
Yeah. It's not a cod piece, it's a crow piece.
It's a cock piece. Yeah, there's multiple. I think I'm funny.
I mean, you can be funny.
Fine. Look,
Is that what they call it, a pecker?
I don't know. I gotta go ask my friend Woody.
He sounds like a dick.
Kinda is.
he just, I mean, love chips.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you guys said.
It just went wrong.
Oversaid, both of them.
So, I had a little bit of a problem with deciding what to do on this particular session because I had two things planned. One would be skipping the travel time, and one would be actually taking place during the travel time and have this atmospheric world building for the kingdom itself.
Are we gonna be traveling like by carriage for some time?
More or less, yeah.
Okay, so if I snuggle with his dog, then I can get the natural recovery.
When you said snuggle and just started pointing this
I thought it was gonna be like he's gonna go buddy.
Whatever gets you through the night, man.
you guys are cozying up to me so you don't have to walk, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
On.
They also have the carriage driven by Jeeves, the Chad.
Yeah, it's full of corpses right now.
They're not corpses.
Scrap metal.
They were killed. They are corpses. They are
Scrap metal.
humanoid. Now, what I decide to do with them is another story.
But you loaded the Lamborghini full of corpses.
Now here's a question for you.
It's corpse wagon.
Here's a question.
Here's an answer for you.
Penis.
I mean,
Here's an interjection.
can you?
Objection!
Interjection! No.
Here's a rejection for you.
Ooh. Slender. Vile Slender. Would
Interjection again.
Would necromantic magic work on a...
No.
Okay.
Necromancy does not work on
Has
Warforged.
to be on
Yeah.
flesh.
Okay. So they're not bodies then.
Nope.
By definition.
Well, they're bodies, because
well,
they're still
and
the
also-
body of
well,
a car, or the,
healing
or the
magic.
body of a tank.
A
Right.
corpse is a generalized term for something that was living that is now not. Doesn't necessarily mean artificial life isn't
Well,
life.
okay, just because your car blows a gasket doesn't run anymore doesn't mean it's a corpse.
But we do
My
call
car
it
never
dead.
ran in the first place.
That's
It
true.
rolled.
We do call it dead.
Right, but it's not a corpse.
You can get
Flies
away
don't gather around it to pick off its component parts.
Other insects do.
Well, they're just making it for living space,
See, there you go.
but they're not eating it.
But it's still being picked apart.
Mm.
Mother Nature picks it apart.
Well, true.
Good talk. Good talk. Thanks for coming out for this session, guys. We'll see you all later. And stream.
Do it.
Right, no. Well, we have our musical group. We've got off-screen Joe. We've got on-screen Peter.
Oh, hey there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't have the glasses for it. I mean, I do, just not with me.
We've got Armed and Dan Juris.
So wait, say that again?
Armed and Dan Juris.
Ah. I get it.
That's only when he goes off his meds.
Oh, I've been off my meds.
But anyway, so the thing that I had to think about was, do I go immediately to the next... Seconded. Do I go immediately to the part where you get...
Objected.
Sustained. The court will hear the lawyer's objections.
Counterpoint.
No! Don't you dare!
It was silent. That's not
Oh, it's more like a fucking candle.
You can't
Just not too
you,
close
You
to
can't
me.
hold a torch up to this. Hit the deck! Fire the hole.
I found that in a stairwell while I was doing my patrols.
I just have
Nice.
2 words. Flaming hamster.
Two very innocuous words that, when put together, make me want to jump from the balcony.
So, the question was, do I cut you guys straight to the arriving at the White Mountain, or do I give you guys that atmospheric detour?
You don't have to cut straight to it. You can go like almost there.
Because here's the he was.
I'm living on a prayer. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Oh no! I was gonna say, are you encouraging him to edge storytell?
Yeah, just tease it a little bit. And we've been traveling since, I don't know, last Wednesday. We should be there by now.
You're right.
It's not like, well, haven't been there. We kind of know the lore. Is layouts.
That's true, but you don't know about the towns and villages that are sprinkled throughout the plains, though.
They're sprinkled there for a reason. They're not my concern. They're kind of plain, if you know what I mean.
The different spelling.
I don't. Please explain.
Anyway, so I legitimately, like, last night, while I was working on everything, I realized, fuck, I need to build more world building, but it also is a detour that slows the plot down. So I'm leaving this up to you.
Me?
Speed run!
We got one vote for speedrun.
Bless you.
There we go. We've got one vote for speedrun.
Totally not, because I want to do shenanigans.
I want to go as slowly as possible.
We've got one vote for lazy fuck.
I'll go. I like world building.
We've got 2 votes for lazy fuck.
I want this to be an 8-session journey.
Time to kill the gnome.
I want to travel this road in real time.
I get his cart.
No, you got to make sure you out.
But we're on the borders. We're on the political
think
borders of Drifell right now. So that means
You know the worst part is.
that, but we gotta be closer than a week away.
Oh yeah. The worst part is.
Say that again, Matt. You were a little quiet.
Dude, up to one of the portals and be like, "We'll see you guys in like a week."
Yeah, but in Drifell in real time, it'll take us like 16 sessions.
Yes. That's how you world build.
Yeah. World building nice and slowly.
Take me like an hour if I got on my broom. Straight shot.
Not the broom has a max speed of like, what was it, 60 feet a turn?
Oh, so can you...
I'm not. There's no obstacles. I can angle it and just find the point of the mountain and go.
Yeah, 60 feet a second is still super fucking fast.
No, 60 feet every 6 seconds. So you're going 10 feet every.
Oh yeah,
every,
that's right.
You're going 10 feet a second.
I think it's 80. Oh no. Oh, I am faster than you. Okay. Because the Golden Eagle is 80.
Yeah, but I don't have to expend spell slots for this.
I don't have to expend spell slots for that either.
No, but you have to expend a beast shape.
That's true.
That's.
But I get it back on a short rest.
And he doesn't need a short rest
That's true.
for that broom.
Alright.
So I guess we'll split.
Fine with me.
So I guess I'll split down the middle.
Split the party, yay.
Like I said, halfway there.
Whoa! Living on a prayer.
If Omen just takes off, Kalo's just gonna just start running after him.
Get back here, you fucking chicken!
And fuck it.
Whoa! Hey, you're not flat anymore.
What?
Because he spent all last session like
cardboard
cutout.
But I'm glad you mentioned that, Roland. I'm glad you mentioned that. Kalu, as our first act of official business, I need you to roll a sanity check.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
Ooh, you got truffles? Scones. God damn it.
Man, you gotta know what a crumpet is in order to understand cricket.
That's right.
Oh. Cranberry orange, that's so
18.
interesting.
Alright, and what's your wisdom?
5.
17.
Your wisdom is 17.
Oh, it's a 17.
That's a saving throw, yeah.
18
No.
minus 1.
So, That means that you got higher than your wisdom score, which means you've got another mark of insanity.
We got one.
Yeah.
I've got 4 of them from him.
What is that, his 9th?
No, it would have been had he not traded places.
It's his first.
But you've got a mark of insanity, Kalu.
If I hadn't gotten them all removed,
It's like Christmas.
I would be
A little bit, yeah.
insane right now.
It was like cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
An orange.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a raving lunatic with a sword that he must kill. Anything that hits him, so yeah, y'all would have been fucked.
You'll just take a sword and get out of there and be like, alright.
Take a sword and run.
Yeah.
We'll spend 3 hours if you tried to do that.
It's not like I haven't taken your sword several times before.
I'll just cast.
Ooh. And
Shut the fuck up! This is exactly what we were talking about when we died the last fucking time.
June's only a few months away. Omen, you want to take his sword again?
What? The fuck does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
It's a gay joke. Because June is Pride Month,
Anyway,
and taking a sword is a euphemism.
That's also my birthday.
Of course.
Is it?
Sodomy.
so, in any case,
Sheathing the sword.
Nope.
Kalu has returned to us in a 3-dimensional form. Boom.
Who grabbed him and where did he go?
You guys hear a sudden.
Ah! Where's my other test? Oh, there it is.
A much smaller.
So, I don't recall if anyone actually grabbed the... Sorry, no. You did grab it from the carriage, because there wouldn't have been any reason why you wouldn't have, but you never explained which carriage you threw the cardboard cutout into.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
lashed to the chariot.
Latched to the chair.
Oh, lashed.
Lashed.
Tied, it's just dragging behind. Or keel hauling Kalu.
No.
That entails there's water and barnacles on the
Oh,
ship.
yeah, and it'd have to be from the front, too. Where's dragging behind?
We've got him in tow.
You know,
By
Well,
the
I
toe.
mean, you're not wrong.
Are you towing him by his toe?
I can't help but see some disturbing parallels between dragging a helpless, defenseless, and totally innocent on all accounts orc, dragging him behind in an old Western-style carriage.
In our defense, he was cardboard.
In our
And hold on, and he is in a chariot,
In our
right?
defense,
So basically, he's being pulled behind on a wagon.
in our defense, he tried to buy a banana with a counterfeit 20.
So, Kalu returns to the physical material world with
Are you
a
just
mark of insanity.
What?
He's currently
Just
strapped to the chariot,
Sure.
and we shall
He
begin
died from the fentanyl. It's
properly.
like 8 standard deviations above the mean for a lethal dose.
I'm really glad I didn't start reading that part, because that part starts describing what will happen later.
You can tell us now.
Pussycat, meow, meow.
All right,
Foreshadowing is overrated. Just tell us beforehand.
all right.
Pick a bowl and stick with it.
I prefer 5 shadowing personally.
The party will uncover that the Fell King was really a Titan the entire time, and he will attack them the moment they enter the city.
Which one? Titanic Titan or the or Armor Titan?
I meant to say Goliath,
Oh, okay.
but I've got the Warforged here, and I don't associate the Goliath with Warforged. It's just a fucking mech.
The Fell King is actually Zarvarax.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like the Titans technically, I suppose, would be like flesh mechs.
Anyway, when we last left our
Thank
adventurers,
you.
the party had their
you
first
seen
taste of
that?
battle against the metallic menace, the Warforged. After losing a loyal citizen and guard of the Drifell kingdom in this assault,
Only one.
Banishment was a good idea.
Omen, now truly revealed as Solomon, the high priest of the Raven Queen, ordered the activation of the dome barrier. The barrier covering the whole of the kingdom. The barrier covering the whole of the kingdom in a large bubble of light and magic. And the guards describe it as nothing comes in or out.
Killing thousands of birds.
Okay. I need to know your thought process. Off-screen, Joe.
Nothing comes in or out of the big hole.
It was unlike the other nights, I am here and I hear all of this and take it all in at once, and it's fucking weird. So I'm laughing at one thing. He says something. You're reading something. And I'm just like,
So it's overloaded, is what you're saying.
No!
There's a load involved.
There is.
That is fucking funny. You could not have typed that worse.
Anyway. Now Omen the Azamar, Alvin the Gnome, Kalu the Half-Orc, and Roland the Half-Elf have all got back into their respective carriages and met up with Jeeves, the human.
A carriage.
On their way to the lonely mountain of Drifell.
That's pretty fucking
The lonely
gay.
mountain kingdom.
It's only gay if you hit the uvula.
Speaking of hitting that, the ride is tense.
No, sorry, hold on. How bumpy this road is, no one should be hitting anyone's uvula.
Alright, everyone. Hold on to your uvula.
So, the ride is tense. Even from where you are at, it'll take 2 more days to reach Drifell, the east-facing city at the base of the mountain. Jeeves reassures you that he'll push the giant goats as hard as he can to get you all there as quickly as possible, but that he'll also need to give them a chance to rest before too long. The giant goats' names are Bumblesniff and Bumpersplat, in case you want to know.
This is important lore. It's what? Cumblebunch and Blunder what?
Bumblesniff and Bumpersplat.
Did you use the fucking name generator for him?
I did.
Yes. Bumper splat?
Bumper split?
Bumper splat.
Bumper splat. Well, Bumper splat sounds. I mean, it makes sense seeing as they're pulling a carriage. I mean,
You implying that they run over the goat?
no.
How else are we supposed to fucking catch mountain goats? Gotta catch them by surprise.
Giant. Okay, good. We're still here. I heard that sound and I expected the worst. He also explains the reason for being sent to pick you up without also sending prior notification. According to Jeeves, the king had ordered someone to keep an eye on Omen, and through the means of a magic mirror, they were allowed to follow most of your movements in the forest. They did not want to risk a message being intercepted.
I'm sorry, Alvin.
Didn't Sarah literally show up?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Alvin. They're gonna hate you.
Why?
You desecrated an image of their goddess.
Oh no!
I'm
That was
gonna.
long before. That was long before they started sending messages.
Oh,
okay.
Well, Raul was there. I asked him to throw it. I was like, I see blasphemy. Get me up there. He fucking. That was. Fuck!
They did not want to risk a message being intercepted, so once you were clear of the dragon's forest, Jeeves was sent to retrieve you. That was written in case Sam was able to arrive here, but she can't because her uncle is on dialysis and requires her help. So she needs to be there. Which is sad because I had this whole thing written down just for Alvin. Oh well, we'll do that later.
Or I bang Karma? That's weird.
No.
I was aiming at the cat, sorry.
The barrier all around you casts a rippling haze against everything behind it, and casts a shifting white and deep blue light upon the ground, making it very difficult to tell at a glance what time of day or night it is. You spend...
You can smack the pussy with your meat.
Alright, you know what? Let's cut back to this.
I'm amazed at how well that was sticking to his... Until you knocked it off. Sorry, you were saying?
The sun has fully set, and not long after the moon takes its place in the sky. It's a half moon out tonight, and the stars are bright with no clouds to block their beauty. At least, that's what you think the sky would look like, as the barrier you ordered to be erected gives everything behind it a rippling haze effect. I did that specifically for you.
We need something erect to fill this hole.
I'm going to commit genocide to fill that hole.
The magic acts as one big light show that covers the land in a perpetual state of shifting whites and blues. Think like being at those big aquariums where you walk around through this tunnel that brings you beneath the water, only brighter.
And less manta rays.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Yeah. It isn't like looking into the sun when you look up to the dome, but if you weren't aware of the sun was setting earlier, you wouldn't be able to tell it was night right now. At least not at a glance. After an hour or two of driving, Jeeves pulls his carriage off in the direction of a cluster of buildings, roughly half a mile of your current path. And you soon find yourself in the village of Dagged. A small village of roughly 30 buildings, all of which are a cross between historic Gothic design and American Old Western.
Oh my god, that's a weird combination.
Yeah, I know, isn't it?
Must suck to be poor.
I'm sorry, sir, but the Lamborghini is worn out from the journey. We'll have to give them a night to rest before we continue.
I forgot that.
I assure you, an early morning start, though.
Aye.
You see a curved road that leads into town. As you pass by the buildings, you can't help but notice a lack of hustle and bustle. Perhaps this is protocol when the barrier goes up. Jeeves parks the carriage in front of the only barn in the small town. A 4-story piece of excellent craftsmanship and seemingly spacious enough for 40 full-grown horses. Jeeves calls out for someone to open the closed door. No one responds. All right. We're giving him a moment to catch his breath. Wow.
Dude, you okay?
Is this going to be one of those nights where he laughs so hard he vomits?
My mic asphyxiate on meat sticks.
Can we put money on that?
You're choking on all the meat sticks in your mouth? Sometimes I feel like this is legitimately dangerous to his health.
I feel like we're playing a game of Clue. Zach, with the meat stick. In the living room.
The motivation. Humor.
You're right. You alright, dude?
Man, that's a trial I want to see.
Okay,
but Your Honor, it was funny.
So, okay, fun fact. At one point in time, I hated playing the game of Clue because my sister had memorized every single character, every single motive, every single item, every single location, and memorized every single likely outcome of what. She was literally able to go to 2 of the rooms and then just leave, go to the next one, get 1 clue from this one because she's got 2 of the, oh, it can't be this.
Uh-huh.
And she was just able to, okay, well, it says that this character doesn't actually do that, but I also know it doesn't do this, so this completely contradicts all of that. So, it was this, this, and this, and this at this time. It was bullshit.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was bullshit. It stopped being fun because she would always fucking win.
Don't hate the player, hit the game.
I know.
See, that's where you get the special edition clues where it's a different setting.
This was back in like 2004, though.
Oh, back in ye olden days.
Oh yeah, way back
in 2004 they had a Scooby-Doo clue.
I wanted to play that game. Jeeves waits for about a minute before calling
Can I roll
again.
perception to see if I can find out what's going on?
Still no response. By all means.
Perhaps it would be prudent if we opened the doors ourselves.
I'm going to attempt to kick it in.
It's possible they're asleep.
Alright.
I pull my carriage up beside. What's the holdup?
You
Nothing.
see...
What?
Alright, so...
15.
We'll get to that in a second. So, which carriage were you riding in, by the way?
I was because the Lamborghini. I was on it, remember?
Gotcha. Yes. Yes.
I was on the top of his
Now,
carriage.
you got... And where were you, Carlo?
Carlu.
He's in
He's in the
He was,
chariot.
being dragged behind the
Oh, that's yes.
No, he's being dragged behind the
The chariot was being dragged behind the carriage.
It's an RC. It's a recreational carriage.
Yes.
Recreational carriage.
Right,
This
right.
is my RC.
Right.
That's how you spell RC.
Yeah, right.
Can I use the rope that I'm tied with to lasso our gnome?
Not from the angle you are at, but you can untie it and attempt later.
You can also get Roland's attention.
Which is a whip and snap.
That's what I'm going to do, because I want to train a flail with our gnome. So,
If it took this long to get him untied, he's dead. We've been dragging him for a while. Unless he's been like
He was in the he was in the chariot. Yeah.
See, I pictured him just like being dragged behind.
Why? That
his cardboard flapping in the wind.
That would tear up the cardboard.
It's magical cardboard.
Oh.
But when he said, lashed or whatever to the carriage, I'm like, oh, he's in the...
Okay, I'll retcon it. We just threw him in the carriage. We gave him a light tie down so that he wouldn't fly away.
Chariot.
Chariot, yeah.
So you guys, you do see Jeeves as he is. He slowly rises from the seat up front and carefully attempts to climb down. His old man is attempting to get off the carriage.
I shout, "Wow, look, a giant frog!"
Well, Alvin couldn't possibly know that, so Jeeves doesn't respond.
Damn it. I was hoping he'd panic and fall, break his back again. Allegedly.
So Omen, you pass
little
forward,
meta, yeah.
and you're gonna make a strength check against the barn doors.
Ooh, not bad.
Where's my book?
I don't know. I think you
It's on the shelf.
you had to put it down when you almost died.
I did. 14.
A 14? Alright. So your boot just wham into this solid wood door, and he goes,
Knock, knock!
just hangs open loosely. Roland, your 15 discerns that there are no lights on in any of the buildings. No candle lights, no lanterns.
Do I detect any dreamers?
You don't detect any life here at all, aside from your group.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I say detect life in the context of, like, line of sight. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Through your experience, you've been able to see the outlines of magical souls through windows. Not through solid walls, but through windows.
Right.
So even if it was just a shadow hidden in the dark, you would theoretically be able to see someone in these windows, but you haven't.
Mm-hmm. This place is abandoned.
It couldn't be. This was a hustle and bustle trading town.
Sounds spooky. Move on.
And Omen, you've got the barn doors open.
Stand alert, people.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna reclose my barn doors.
I'm gonna jump down off my carriage, draw my rapier, and kind of take a position near the side of the door and inch in around the inside.
All right.
Just an inch.
I'm gonna push him in.
You get pushed in.
Well, it's not like a pit. I'm just trying to.
No, I know. I'm just gonna be. Caesar just.
I shout loudly, ruining our chances at stealth.
You shout loudly.
I jumped down from the top of the RC.
Okay.
Did you stick the landing?
It is a 10-foot drop.
10?
For acrobatics?
You kind of get twisted ankle.
Oh.
I am permitting you to not actually jump, as more like you kind of get...
You climb
like,
down.
Yeah, you hang and then drop.
Okay.
Because if you jump, that's 10 feet. Carlo, you...
Sit on the edge first and then kind of slouch off.
Yeah.
Just be a fucking Chad and belly flop off the side.
Roll that.
No.
So Carlo, you also hear the boot hitting the wood, and then the boot hitting the gnome, and then the gnome going, yeah!
Punt the gnome. That's a callback.
I'm gonna head around the
And this
right
time
side.
you didn't uncanny dodge it because it was to the back of your head.
If that color is, I'm gonna untie myself and then jump off the carriage.
Naturally. Right.
What is that?
That's not mine.
Clay.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a snack, Carl?
No, but I'm just like
It's edible.
well, yes
Not,
and no.
not much of it.
It's not digestible, but it's definitely edible.
Everything is edible.
I'm
at
not
least
a
once.
kindergartner.
Have you ever been inside an empty barn before?
Yeah.
It's that. Where there's not
Okay.
enough like physical emptiness because you see hay bales and you see buckets of grain and stuff like that. Like all of the stuff that you would associate with housing and feeding and taking care of like a bunch of horses at once. All of that's laid out.
This is your standard pens on either side, door on
Yeah.
the other side, loft up
Stalls.
top.
Yeah.
So, yes, stalls technically.
But no, it is
Coral.
it is barren. It is completely barren.
Oh, I'm gonna climb up in the
And
loft
we wouldn't
because
technically need a light source now because of the dome, yeah? Because you said it's like daylight out.
we're
almost.
indoors though.
Yes, it is a
It's like an evening set instead of like bright.
yes, it's an evening
I'm
setting.
going to stealthily make my way up into the loft.
Now, inside of the actual barn, it's large enough where having a light source would be useful, but be careful because there's dry hay.
Light source.
I summoned my flamethrower Eldritch Cannon. 15-foot cone. Here we go.
Oh, you could really fuck with someone. You have to have it like in your crotch holding and just be like, check this out.
Good idea. That's a real solid idea.
I call it the hot crotch.
What? You like hot sauce? Get my hot sauce.
Doctor impersonate Pete.
No. Crotch rocket.
A
the
cock
thing-
sprocket.
It doesn't need to breathe either, so I can keep it in there for multiple minutes being stealthy. And just out of nowhere, cannon penis.
So
You guys saw that old Smosh bit, right? Cannon penis?
I have not. I stopped watching Smosh about a month after they got back on the air.
Oh, I'm talking. This is like a 2007 bit.
Oh, in that case, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
You want a fucking strip joint? Fire in the hole! How the fuck is there a fire in the hole? That guy's cock was made of fire! Alright.
Anyway.
Fire crotch.
Plasma lance.
But no, it's very difficult to hide any footprints in there. But at the same time, there's just so much hoof prints that it's impossible to track what the fuck just happened in here. You're not seeing any scuff marks or drag marks in there. And did I mention it's 4 stories tall?
The barn? No.
You did.
Yep.
Tall fucking barn.
The barn is 4 stories tall, yeah.
Wow.
That's actually pretty classic.
Oh, but it's it's that height, but it's open. It's not 4 floors.
It's 40 feet high.
Oh, it's 4. It's 3 floors. 3 floors, but it's 4 stories tall.
Was this one of those barns they have 20 minutes outside the cities where it's an apartment up top?
Kinda.
Except there's no apartment.
They're called lofts.
Yeah. I'm assuming, Alvin, you want to investigate.
Yeah, I'm going to climb up to the highest point because that's where name
Living
comes
space.
from.
The top floor is a living space where it's just basically. I'm not going to use that term because you'll just crack up. They would procure a.
It's where they fuck. We get it.
I was going to say take a load off, but.
And my point still stands.
Well, one person
Wait,
taking it
take a
off,
load
one
off or
person's
get the
putting it
load
on.
off?
Yeah.
One's taking it off and one's taking it.
But no, it's where the travelers would come up there to rest.
Come.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
You ever heard of going for a roll in the hay?
Sure thing, young Frankenstein.
Wait, what?
Really?
Anyway,
Frankenstein, that was...
so Carlo, you
that was
are...
the monster, right?
Yes. So, Carlo, you are
See, that
also
one
coming
I know,
in
that
there.
one I know would get you.
Jeeves has
you
already
ever
pulled the
seen that Frankenstein?
Lamborghini into the actual barn itself,
Dude,
and
that is
he's
so your humor.
he climbs down and he unhooks the the rams from the carriage, and he goes and puts them in their stalls. Gives them the time to rest and shit.
Oh, they do them in the road. That's why they call it bumper splat.
So we have an empty barn with seemingly no life.
Did I sense anyone at all as we were driving through town?
You do not see or hear anyone.
Is there anything of value?
Not particularly. You do see...
tack and harnesses.
Pretty much. Yeah, you see a bunch of leatherworks that you could definitely pocket and make into something if you really want to steal.
And if anyone snickers and says kinky, I'm going to smack them.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
No, Father.
Whap! Say it again.
So... Oh, for fuck's sake. I just thought... You know those memes where the boy will be wearing a shirt that says, your daughter calls me daddy, and the girl is wearing a shirt that says, your son calls me mommy? I just had an image in my head where someone's walking around and is like, what's the collective term for people who go to churches?
Congregation.
Your congregation calls me God.
Your congregation calls me Father, but also Daddy.
Is that a group sex implication?
Yeah. Your
I'm
congregation,
not even sure.
Your congregation
I mean,
kneels for me. Anyway, but you all have this empty barn, three floors. The second floor is entirely for storing hay, grain, utilities for shoveling feces and getting them out of the barn and stuff like that.
Any bats?
No. There's surprisingly there's a surprisingly lack of bats in this barn.
There's nothing alive here.
I'm going to
Except
attempt
for us.
to lock myself in the carriage, and since I've got the robot bodies, I'm going to attempt to pick them apart again.
Were there any bats previously?
No. You get the feeling that this was a very well-maintained barn. Very cleanly.
I don't know, bats, I feel like you could farm them for guano in this universe.
How do these things work?
I mean, you're correct.
Right.
Actually, I think guano would be a pretty valuable resource since it's used
You
for
would
fireball.
need to make some kind of check. I'm going to say intelligence to figure out what the fuck is going on.
18 plus whatever.
What's your intelligence?
Like
-7.
No. Intellect.
Hey, if only you guys had an artificer you could get in
21?
on this, magical tinkering.
That's true.
No, that's the point. I'm doing this out of prying eyes. That's why I locked myself in the carriage.
You are able to find the various pieces
How can
where
you
the armor
investigate
is.
from inside the carriage?
So you guys have lost your light source, by the way. The light source for the barn, because it's large enough and it does have a roof, so you need some sort of a light source to
I pull out
see
my clockwork fire starter.
Why?
Could just produce.
Dude, we
light.
both have dark vision.
True,
We don't need light. We
I
have
can
dark
also
vision.
just
Except for you.
make light with my tinkering.
So, all
Or you
right.
just use the cantrip which you have.
You are able to find seams where bits of armor have been welded to the actual bodies themselves. And you're able to kind of...
Bodies of what?
I got in the
Chassis.
carriage. Yeah,
Warforged.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
bodies.
Oh, you're looking at the warforged.
Yeah, I locked myself in my
Okay.
carriage.
I'm
and
sorry.
started
That
picking them apart.
was the part that I was missing. That he was investigating the warforged. Okay.
Yeah, we got time. Might as well
Yep.
fucking.
Yeah, you are for the most part able to find means of taking these things apart.
So
You cannot,
write it down in
however...
my fucking journal what my findings are, and then like
You cannot, however, take apart that ballista.
I don't have the ballista.
Oh, did you take the Warforged ballista into your carriage?
I tried to take it apart and failed.
Yeah, we never took it.
You never took that one?
No.
We have a
Okay.
harpoon.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of took
How'd
it
that
with me for a
feel?
while.
How'd that feel?
Magical.
I had
He is astonishingly ham-fingered for a fucking rogue.
Only the first 2 times. But
Hey, it was a strength
It's-
check, wasn't it?
you're able to find how they're put together.
So
But as far as an
obviously-
autopsy is concerned, you're still at a loss for how these things function.
I don't know how they work, but obviously I have my journal. I've got my stuff. I was scribbling out what I fucking seen and what I did to take them apart before passing out for the night.
Now, you do have more information in regards to military rank, so if I failed to mention this last week, I'll say it here. The Warforged bodies that you have each seem to have insignias somewhere on their bodies that denote some semblance of a military structure.
So each body that I fuck with is going to be underneath that symbol, and so this thing, this was fun, this is... Yep, cataloging.
Yeah, exactly. Back to Carlo. I noticed
by the
that
way,
you were doing something...
If I may?
Alright.
Didn't we pick up one of the hammers from the Hammer Brothers, specifically for Carlo's use?
Nope.
You picked up the sword.
Okay.
No, I picked up the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
It's on my back. It's heavy as fuck.
Good job. We'll take it back.
But Carlo, what is it you were doing?
Let's see, what is he going to be doing? I guess I'll just kind of wander around.
Okay. This place is homey. It's very calm and serene.
Oh, it's like Homy, not Homie.
This place belongs to the streets.
Sorry. This place is, homie. Sorry.
Now, if you're going to be looking around, do you want to associate a role to that looking around?
Yeah, I think I will.
We'll go with investigation.
Alrighty then. Investigation roll coming up.
Oh.
The dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Did you not know about those? Didn't you bring those?
I did bring them. I did know.
So,
I didn't know about this.
let us do
Is that a
this.
resealable one?
Yep.
You know, I wrote down that this was survival, but fuck it, you were investigating.
Thank you.
You find distinct tracks.
If you look down survival, then that would be a dirty 21. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's still a 20. Dirty 20.
But you find tracks. You find tracks that don't belong to hoof prints. Or ram hoof prints. Do rams have hooves?
Cloven.
They do.
Cloven.
Cloven?
Yeah.
But they're still hooves. They're just cloven hooves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, they're still walking their middle finger.
You find tracks. The tracks you found suggest a militaristic march. Although, that's only after you follow those tracks outside of the barn itself. But you notice something interesting in the context that once you reach a certain point, the hoof prints are gone. The hoof prints are gone, but the footprints remain, almost suggesting that they were picked up. And they
You have
and
this. You have
and the
this
footprints
obsession.
and the footprints themselves are just walking out of town. They walk out of town and towards the white mountain of Drifell.
You have this obsession with really strong people picking up animals and just walking away with them.
Pulling a Cho'Gall.
Huh?
Cho'Gall from Heroes of the Storm, so like you normally all get like a mount when you hit Z. Well, Cho'Gall's this big fucking two-headed orc that's two people play him at once. So one person's the body that moves and swings, and the other person's the range attacks that swing. Instead of mounting up on your horse, you pick it up and throw it over your shoulder and you run faster. Like, there's no need for the fucking horse then.
I will mark the footprints and then return to the group.
Excellent.
So, the empty building is going to unnerve Roland a little bit.
Excellent, excellent.
And he's going to step outside and he's going to investigate the outside of the building.
By all means.
Nice.
Thank
15.
15. The investigation of the outside of this building yields nothing to you. There are no marks, there are no scuffs.
It's a building.
It's a building. Whatever happened here, whatever happened here was very clean. But you do see Kalu look walking off in one direction, just looking intently at the ground.
Bear with big dick.
Kalu, you see something?
Yes, yeah, there are. It appears to be footprints that they head off and he just points.
What kind of footprints?
I don't think he actually learned the name of the city we're going to, so he just points that way.
That's perfect. Up there.
Towards the White Mountain in the distance.
There's something about an empty den. There's something about an empty den, especially in a den this large, that simply makes me... Makes me nervous. Even if all the occupants are gone, there should still be mice and bats and insects and other things like that. There's nothing here. This is eerie. I don't think I want to stay here tonight.
From the top floor, Alvin, are you still up there?
Yeah, why not?
So you're still up there and you're analyzing stuff and you're investigating stuff. Jeeves walks up there with a set of pajamas. And he just kind of goes like,
All right, young man. I'm assuming you're younger than me. Most people are. Do you have a specific bunk you want to take? Or can I just take my pick of the lot?
Go for it.
Thank you. You're a good man.
Alright, we'll see how long you keep that average up.
No, I mean it. I saw what you did with Father Solomon in the forest. That was quite ingenious, starting that rampage.
Pull the pork.
Although you'll forgive me if I don't shake your hand.
I was just maging it.
Alvin is legitimately confused because he's not used to people being nice to him.
Gosh, I wonder why.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait, you saw that? You were there?
No. We had someone watching over Father Solomon to make sure he came back alive.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Sarah.
to make sure he didn't start too much shit.
Yeah.
I did meet Sarah.
Oh, yes, she's
Alvin just really hot.
Boing.
What is... Oh, that's what this... Oh, you can... No, you know what? I think you can do better.
I literally can't.
Is this with an earshot? Or is it too
well, you're 3 floors down and in a carriage.
Oh, and here's...
If that. If that.
This coming from the gnome that goes to the hot half-elf?
Oh, she's a bitch anyway.
Well.
Did I actually?
Mm-hmm. No, you did.
You kind of... You kind of fucked up her toy and then lied about it. And then she caught you in the lie.
Well, what's really a lie? It was just a half
toy.
Drake!
Yeah, it was going to be a mobile ballista.
That little pendant box?
Stay out of there!
It was going to summon a ballista.
Oh.
It's okay, baby. Just don't go in there.
Gosh, we could have used that. Darn.
I assume you came up with that before I became a literal artillerist.
I did.
Trust me, there are many women in Drifell that would love to see you in action.
Gnomish women?
No, gnomes don't really go there.
Oh.
They're too short.
Aarakocra women?
He's gonna be all in gnome.
If that's what you're into, maybe they might.
I'm not.
Oh, wow! No, you're not. They're a 1 out of 10.
Bunch of chickens.
But what about frogs?
Oh, no. That's a 4.
What about changelings, though?
I'd be surprised if you weren't. Huh. I guess you prefer monoform women.
Now, how does Zarvrax feel about gnomes, though? Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Is that a 7?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No, trust me, it will be... I'm convinced she's infected with something. What possible reason could there be for her sneaking off to a dark corner and rubbing herself everywhere?
I pat him on the shoulder and I go, I know cure disease.
From the Ether, yeah, I do too, but it didn't work.
It's one of those resistance strands.
Yeah.
All right. You and me. Wait, what's your name?
My name is Jeeves. Jeeves Grimm.
Jeeves Grimm. Jeeves, when we get to, what's the
Wherever
name of the city?
The city of Drifell is the first on our stops, but we'll be heading up to the top of the mountain. Well, I will.
Oh. Jeeves, when you and I get to Airedale, we are going to have a night on the town.
Drifell.
Yep, that's what I said. You and I are going to have a night out on the town, Jeeves. We are going to screw every gnome, halfling, half-elf, full-elf, half-orc, Goliath, lizard folk, Kenku, Aarakocra, anything.
Get it?
Most of those don't actually live on Drifell, and the others I have no idea what they even are.
Kenku come cheap.
Kinku cartographers of Calamran come cheap.
But only on their catamaran to Kathmandu.
Yeah. But Jeeves goes,
Well, while you think of that, I'm going to be thinking about a nice warm bath waiting for me.
Wait. Are there actually no Kenku?
Well, they don't stay there long. They stop by occasionally, and then they leave.
Jeeves, can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
I don't want to have sex with Kenku.
You have to ask it again.
I don't think I rolled Kenku before, but now that's
you rolled Eric Cochran. Both of them were 1.
No, Eric Cochran was a 3.
No, Eric Cochran was the 1. Eric Cochran was the 1. The changeling was the 3.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I don't like to fuck birds. What an interesting character development.
They're rather peckish. They might take your worm for a worm.
Rather peckish.
Hold on, how do I feel about Asmark? That's mainly what's up there, right? Oh,
He likes some glowing eyes.
you got a lot of Asmars up there, don't you, Jeeves?
Yes, in fact, that's where the Azamar originated.
Holy shit, we're going straight to the source, Jeeves.
I can just imagine that being animated. Just holy shit, dude.
Apparently we are not. This is stop being a D&D campaign and his turn to become interspecies reviewers.
I was going to say the Drifell dating game.
Alvin Lingholm's wet dream.
Help this poor innocent gnome, allegedly innocent, find
Allegedly
himself a true love.
You can have one of the bodies in the back of my carriage. They're free.
You know, Alvin's standards are incredibly low, but...
Are you sure? Apparently they're incredibly high. You rolled for like 5 species and like...
Just because he doesn't find them attractive doesn't mean when propositioned with sex he wouldn't take it.
He simply has no interest in cloaca.
That's Dragonborn. We're doing a 6.
Oh, shit.
And we're doing a 7 for elves, so...
Well, that's elf, so...
If propositioned with sex, would Elvin take it? It's a 17.
So...
Probably.
Likely.
If it's free.
From who?
Anybody.
No.
If you're propositioned, just...
Alvin is not the big gay.
That doesn't count. I was talking about things you find that you would fuck.
Oh. Yes, inanimate objects, that's fine.
Fuck the stool.
The cushion stool.
You need need 3 other people for that.
It's wide enough.
Because you flip it over.
So.
How do you fit 4 gay guys on a bar stool?
Ow.
Flip it over.
I can't help but notice that last one was a different sound. Is there a story behind that one?
Because I was trying not to laugh when I did it.
Oh, that joke is so much worse with sound effects. That was more than 4. I'm kind of worried now.
Well, you can fit 4 on a bar stool, and then there's 1 on each lap, so you could therefore fit probably 8.
This does bring a whole new meaning to the phrase stool sample.
Why? Oh
boy.
Yeah, we're building with Legos, but they're not Legos. What are they? The giggles.
Yeah, I was going to say, why did you stop at 8?
Because at some point in time, the guy who's on the stool can't take it anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna go through him and kill him.
No harm, no foul.
So,
we're bringing birds into this now.
No pain, no gain. So, on that note,
I don't care if they die.
Is it a brown note?
On that note, young man, I'm going to go nap.
All right, you do that.
He gets over there, he sits down, he pulls out this stuffed owl bear and uses it as a pillow.
What is the terrain around here like? Are there trees? Is there a forest? Is it simply?
It's like I mentioned,
flat.
It's rolling plains, and it is.
Oh, they're hard to balance on.
It's fairly sandy in the context that there's a lot of physical movement that happens, either with horse hooves or carriages passing through. So the immediate area about the village is very dusty, and then about maybe 50 feet out from the village, from the town, you start to see grass again, and it's like it's very prominent and it gets very tall, and then there are these roads.
Are there any trees around this?
There are the
barn?
occasion. There are definitely trees here and there. Yes, but yeah.
So is there one around the barn?
Yeah, there are a couple around the barn.
Okay, large enough where I could throw up a hammock?
Yes. Well, they're not close enough to throw up a hammock, but you could certainly nail a hook to a wall in the barn and then set up that way.
Okay.
Just go into one of the stalls. Stalls.
No, that's inside the building. I want to be outside.
Yeah. Well, beggars can't be choosers.
No, but I can make my own den.
That's true. Growing on a tree, probably.
So, how loose is the soil?
The soil itself is stable. It's not like you're gonna sink, and it's not like it's rock hard or anything like that.
Less loose than Sarah.
Yes. Considerably.
All right, so
I don't know who that reflects words on.
So Roland is going to take one of the implements from the either a pitchfork or a spade or something and he's gonna stick it in the ground. Use a piece of rope to make a tent-like affair, and then do mold earth and clear out the dirt underneath it and make a little den for himself and maybe even set up a small fire in front.
All right. While Toph is setting up the bedding area for himself, back to Omen and Kalu. Now, we'll go to Omen first. We'll take care of these two things, and then we'll skip right on ahead. We'll do Cliff Notes. Apparently, we have a waifu. I'm guessing that's what the term is, unless it's Astolfos.
I don't know. I was scrolling past the thing. It's that one meme where something grenade, stealth mission, something. Which one am I going to use? And follow click all of them.
That'll do it.
The entire building was crippled.
So Omen, would you like to do another check to see if you can ascertain more about the Warforged, or do you want to do something else with your time here?
No, I didn't see shit.
All right.
It's nap time.
Gotcha. Now, what was it, Dirty 20? 23?
It was 21.
Yeah, 21. Your Dirty 21 did allow you to, if you want, start hacking off limbs and certain parts.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hacking off.
Father Solomon, what are you doing? I'm hacking off. Yo, what? I said hacking off. Not getting confused on check.
Alright. So, well, you hack off the metallic codpiece of the,
Woo, dick armor.
of the...
You would start there.
Yeah.
I already got other stuff.
You were able to hack off the codpiece, which is basically the, it was the fucking war skirt that the sword and shield bros had. But, plate armor that goes around the hips and down the sides. You're able to hack off the bracers
Too bad you're
on
not a
the
forge
big
player.
sword guy.
I can weld with my sun blade.
And you were able to detach the headpiece as well as the thick fur cloak on the back of the hammer bro.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Is that cloak I can just throw over everything I have on it? Just for looks.
You can definitely throw it over yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I could use it as a blanket.
Sorry, not a cloak, it's a drape. Because this doesn't go all the way to the ground. But yeah, you can definitely use it as a blanket or something like that.
I'm gonna wear it and then over all my other stuff and just...
Someone raided a house and someone's poor windows are naked. So he got the drapes.
So, what all I got?
You got the metallic war skirt, and I'm calling it a war skirt because I don't remember what it's actually called. It's the piece of armor that goes around your waist and covers your thighs and your crotch.
Plaid. Not Spalders and not Paulders. Plaid. Oh, they're fucking weird.
Yeah. So you're able to get one of those off. Well, you could technically get two of them hacked off because you know how to do it now. You got the bracers from the big sword guy, so you got two of those. And you were able to take off the headpiece and the drape, the green fur drape from the Hammer Bros.
Like a half cloak kind of thing?
No, it's just kind of like a shawl,
Yeah.
but draped backwards.
But those things are like built way bigger than I am, so it might reach the ground, and it's pretty big.
Probably to your knees.
Not quite.
I'm saying more like shoulder-wise. It's gonna cover like almost everything.
Oh, it definitely makes you look like Belmont from episode 1 through 3 when you put that thing on. Only this is green.
Fine by me.
Kalu, with the information that these tracks have been literally picking up livestock and marching militaristically out of the town, what do you do with this information, and what do you do with the rest of this seemingly ghost town?
Call the Ghostbusters.
Let's see. He's not going to do anything besides. Well, I mean, he mentioned it to Roland, so he's fine with that. He's going to create himself a little spot to sit.
Little spot to sit?
So I've got these.
He's going to create his own bedding area.
Mm-hmm.
And because of all of that, he's going to take all the pointy weapons that he acquired. He's going to circle. He's going to make a ring around himself with his pointy weapons.
It's gonna make a rampart.
Yes. So his spears, his javelins, his short throwing spears, yeah, all the shit that he picked up, he's just going to stick him in the ground and make a rampart.
All right, then.
Are you gonna do it near Roland's den?
Yeah, he's gonna surround as much as he can surround the den with his pointy weapons.
All right, then. So, you're sleeping like Toph the Earthbender.
Yep.
You're just kind of sleeping with your collection of cadavers.
Oh, they're Warforged. I'm gonna prop them up and make them like just. Yeah, I got people.
You're sleeping by your lonesome. Are you even inside the building?
Over by where
Who's by Roland?
Mr. Toff is. So
I got you.
So
I
no.
made my defensive circle around his den, and now I'm just not sleeping.
Not to get
I'm
confused.
using it as a pillow.
Most of the entry points on the carriers are locked.
Using his den as a pillow.
And you?
I'm gonna go into town and do some exploring.
Okay. So while the others are busy napping, I'm going to go a little bit of in detail as to what you find in the buildings themselves.
All right.
I guess it's best we didn't go with them, so we don't see them steal all this shit.
The
It's
only
not
things
stealing if the people are gone. It's just looting.
the only things you can find in these empty rooms, toys litter the ground here and there, wherever there would be something like teenagers or children. Books left out and open as if suddenly dropped, and you would occasionally find whole meals still left uneaten, with some of the plates and silverware scattered around.
A rather literate society.
Yeah, they read. It's a trade town. You know, they trade goods all the time. For the most part, you don't actually notice a lot of children's clothing in any of the houses that you visit, leading you to believe that if any of these if there were to be children here, they would typically be traveling with their parents on their trading routes. And the toys would mostly be for them, so that when they're sticking around, they can play with the toys and they can have some fun on the road.
Okay, big guy, you slipping?
But for the most part, it's very obvious to be an adult-oriented town of traders, basically.
Were they trading in any gemstones?
None that you can ascertain. You basically got all the time in the world, and with seemingly no one around to stop you, you can take your fucking free time, or as reckless as you want, to find logbooks that basically explain that they would be trading things in the context of minerals or food supplies that are from, like, way off.
Minerals like gems?
No, think more like iron, steel, and stuff like that. More for, like, armaments
Nickel,
or battlements.
Lead, tin.
Yeah.
Copper, lithium.
Kryptonite.
Mm-hmm. Unobtainium.
Yep. Unobtainium.
I don't know. Are there any floating islands in this realm?
But the thing that you notice about the exporting goods in terms of trade is primarily in the context of, like, the minerals are what's being exported, because we're talking about, like, this mountain that apparently has a lot of mining potential. Yeah, I know, Drake, I know.
Mountain.
Mm-hmm. The imports are things more along the lines of exotic silks or various other forms of literature and books, you know, foreign delicacies and pieces of equipment. Yeah. But you do notice that there are a number of... Yep, Drake. One part that does kind of pique your interest is primarily that at one point, in like a month's worth of time, there was a Freedom Fractions shit ton of comic books from Stormwind.
Freedom Fraction?
Yeah, we do it in 12ths.
Nice.
The fat electrician. Good guy. Funny guy. Yeah. There's the metric system, and then there's Freedom Fractions.
Oh, Freedom Fractions, yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out. Let me explain it like that.
Yep.
I prefer to call them the numbers that put man on the moon.
He does that too. Yeah, come back to me when you put a man on the moon first. But,
Oh, right.
First, that's a funny thing. That's a good one.
But no, like, most of the imports come from Stormwind. And under a part of it, you do see the word livestock used a number of times. Which is a little weird because in other instances you would read things like horses, goats, cockatrices, and they've got animals listed by name, and then this one is just livestock.
Oh, we're talking about slaves, huh?
Maybe. And that's mostly all you find. There would definitely be coins you can steal if you want to. But,
yeah, I steal all the coins I can find.
Okay.
In other words, you rob all the houses?
It's not robbing so much as it is just like salvaging.
It's robbing.
Add 1,000 gold as you rob each of the 29 buildings.
Hell yeah.
Purely because I want a round number, and for a trading town, I think they'd have some cash on them.
Did they say the water was going to be on? Or just...
Offsets
Just for the day.
more than 2/3 of the spending I did.
In the email I just received, it was...
They turn the water off? Or just like the water pressure is lower?
it's off now.
Emergency water shut off. Attention residents of building 2516. Due to an emergency, the water has to be shut down for about 1 to 2 hours. Okay. You'll be notified as soon as it's back up and going.
Cool.
So what do we do? Don't pee.
No, you can pee. Don't take a shit.
Oh, okay.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
What if it's red?
See a doctor.
If it's red, you're
gonna
better
be
off
dead.
dead.
What if it's green?
Then you're kind of mean.
Let's hope you're lean.
Or you ate a lot of asparagus. But
Yeah.
So we can just shut off
Actually,
the balcony, right?
actually, it doesn't take a whole lot.
just we'll open up one of the bedroom windows because it's right. The children downstairs.
The children are upstairs.
Well, there's something else we have to. Shut up! Yeah, I'm talking to you.
So anyway, where are you sleeping now?
I go back to my pimped out RV.
I sleep in a pile of gold.
RC.
My RC, yes. And I just lay all the gold on the bed. And I lock my doors and I just sprawl out on this giant pile of money.
Okay.
Fucking dwarf.
So in that case, everyone...
When he gets caught, I am throwing him into the carriage.
Everyone roll your dreams.
Hold on. Also, Harrison/Blinky is with me in the carriage.
Naturally.
On guard duty. He doesn't get to sleep. 9. Wait, do I roll for Harrison's dream?
No.
8.
19.
Can I...
I'm waiting on Kalu's dream
I
roll.
think he already passed out.
Ooh, Chief's got a 12.
Oh, I gotta roll again, damn it.
Mark of insanity. Mark of insanity.
It's a 3. It's a 2.
Yeah, Roland, I don't know if you want to be this close to Kalu, because that's a nat 1.
Hell yeah. Mark of insanity. Mark of insanity.
We about to have a nightmare and
He's gonna shit himself.
Pointy objects. This is gonna be great.
Can I dream
So-
walk?
You can if you like.
Someone's ending up as a porcupine.
I would like to dream walk, but let me go ahead.
Whose dream would you like to walk into this time? And you know what? I should start asking you to decide that before the others.
Roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should
Well,
start
I did.
asking
I rolled, but I did say I'd like to dream walk before. So
No,
I mean,
like
not
like
I
before
mean,
the others.
an
do.
8. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say an 8's cut. I actually like to dream walk with Saris.
With Saris.
Sarah?
Saris from the tower.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, I thought you said Sarah's.
Well, Saris isn't within your range.
I was gonna say okay. Well, I mean, you never really
the range.
know the range on that.
The range is in the immediate area, so think like a quarter of a mile radius.
Okay.
Jeeves. Do Jeeves.
I will roll for Jeeves' dream.
I already did. It's a 12.
Well, I'm the one who rolls for Jeeves.
I'll roll for Harrison.
You may feel free to roll for Harrison.
It's a 13.
All right. Whom are you dream walking into? The options are the gnome, the Azamar, the half-orc,
You can take
and
me
the
off
human.
list. Got that ring.
I'll try Jeeves. Jeeves.
All right. Normally I go lowest to highest, but considering
Well,
what the nat 1
how
is,
about-
I'm going to do highest to
Wait.
lowest.
Well, we'll say this. I'm going to try contacting Ceres first,
Mm-hmm.
and then when that fails, then I'll. Check out Jeeves.
You can't jump from one to the other.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to like.
Yeah. For, like,
Okay.
game mechanics purposes, you have to choose one.
Okay.
and
All right.
stick with
Well, he wanted to contact Ceres.
it. Okay.
See if she could do a little scrying for him, but he had no idea what the range was on the.
Oh, that tower.
Yeah.
They were talking about the one that just blew up.
No.
Blow up. It's still there.
No, yeah.
Yours was the 19, right?
No.
Yeah. So, we'll start at the top and work our way down.
Makes sense that now that I'm getting high rolls, he's getting the difference of what I roll.
Omen, you find yourself surrounded by a cheering crowd. The grass laid before you has been freshly mowed. And there are
Fresh
strange
grass.
markings lining it from here to there.
Oh, great.
But not so strange to you. As you see an enemy approaching you, you know you must take him down. And so, you go, psych! You duck under this giant orc's fist as he tries to punch you and take the ball from you, and you just, you trip his leg out from under him, and you start running. And you start running, and you hear, and there he goes, a little yellow streak. He's a streak, all right. Not sure it's yellow.
The streak is something, all right.
All right. And you find yourself in the Blood Bowl match.
Fantastic.
You and your team are just...
When I said own team, I didn't mean play on a team.
Yeah, this is a dream. It's a very strange sensation because every time you want to do this bombastic, epic throw, you just leap up into the air, do a triple somersault backflip, and then whoosh, and your mind's eye just starts on the fucking ball into the arms of your ally, who also does an unnecessary twirl. But no, it's just you had the most epic dream of a Blood Bowl match, and at the end of the day, you've got these spiked gauntlets, and they're just like covered in orcs' blood, and you're like,
Why does it have to be orcs?
there's
Elves.
well,
I hate elves.
well, there are also goblins, orcs and goblins on the team.
Why they gotta be black?
Yeah.
They're not black. They're gray
every time,
green, so.
every time you punch an orc, he turns into an elf.
So then I punch him again.
It gets turned into an elf, and he just goes.
I'll serve you, a razor, you bastard.
Alvin, Roland, you guys got a 9 and an 8. Your dreams are unproductive. There's nothing of note.
Nice.
Jeeves has a dream.
That one day.
Is he black?
No.
He's not gonna get shot. He'll be fine.
Oh. Jeeves had a dream, but the only way for you guys to know what it was is if Roland Dream walked into it, so I'm just going to keep that to myself. And finally, Kalu Tak, the half-orc barbarian bard.
Yes.
Wow.
What fucked up dream is Kalu having?
He's beat.
A barbarian.
He was beating his meat and it fell off.
You find yourself in the
Forward.
underground of Stormwind, the catacombs beneath where you witnessed Leon's final moments. You are trapped within the wall, and you are forced to watch as the soldiers of Stormwind at that time turn their backs on their prince and commit a coup d'etat.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace!
That comes after the coup d'etat.
Al-Anon fights bravely, fighting with his...
named the guy Al-Anon.
Just like how I named a guy Blender Dick.
He has a lot. Al-Anon has a lot of meanings.
Al-Anon fights bravely with a flaming sword, and he takes down traitor after traitor, but there are way too fucking many. Eventually, one comes forward and tries to stab him. He takes his own blade, parries, whips around, fucking roundhouse kicks the guy in the side of the head, and takes his own sword. Using these blades, he just starts. He starts burning them, freezing them, and chopping heads off. And eventually, they get overrun. Leon passes you from your position in the wall, and he gets tripped and falls to the ground. Enemies start to, swarm around him, and they're about to kill him. Al-Anon sees what's going on, and he throws his fire sword into the back of one of the traitors, calling out to Prince Leon, "Get out of here, run." Before Al-Anon himself is tackled to the ground, and one of the traitors crushes his head with a giant rock.
Bonk.
You hear munching beside you. You kind of crane your eyes to look, and you kind of see this earth with an earthy bowl of something. Man, this is brutal. You know, a rated R version of this would be fucking fantastic. Wouldn't you agree? Or is there like NC-17 where you come from? I don't know. The rating system for this is fucked. I'm just saying. So how you doing? Just hanging around? You sticking in there? Pretty solid. You pretty solid there?
Yeah, kind of stuck here.
Here, let me help you with that. This earth grabs your head and gets you unstuck from the wall, then drops you just a head on the ground. And before you is the figure in the wall. Slowly morphs out of it, and you can see the curved horns and the pale skin, the fanged teeth and the goatee. Very stylish. Hi. You're gonna be here for a while. I'm going to try and guess what number you're thinking. Okay.
Try to bite his ankles.
6.
Try to bite his ankles.
You try to bite his ankles and you can't move. You're just a face on the ground. And this persists for 8 hours. Roll your sanity check. That song also persists for 8 hours. Whatever that song is.
I have no idea. I don't know why the fucking volume was all the way up.
It's a 3.
A 3? You're safe.
Oh yeah, it's a cool butterfly knife.
At time
Too bad it's a practice one and
by
not
the
an
time
actual
it
one.
ends, Kylo's just humming the whatever song he's hearing in his head. Off key, just singing.
But you've woken up. And I shall cliff notes things, because we gotta get going. Boppity-bop-bop-boppity-bop-bop-bop. You spend the nights, from what you can tell, in towns along the way to rest. The frightening thing is, no matter what small town you go to, you never see any citizens whatsoever. The story is much the same as the first. Each town is abandoned, with signs of a surprise attack all about them. But hidden, so to speak. With the information that Kalu bestowed you upon the following night, you were able to see traces of a scuffle or a fight on some of the buildings or some of the ground. A splatter here and there, but effort was taken to cover it up. The tracks you find...
I always thought Drifell was fairly populous. Where is everybody?
Oh, I'm not sleeping anymore?
No, I'm giving the highlights as we cut forward a little bit to the following travel days.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna sleep for a long time in that case. I've got the doors locked and it's just me with the bodies. I mean, not bodies.
Well, when the carriage starts to move, I'm assuming you're aware of what's going on.
Oh, peek up, look through the window, and crawl up and cloak, pass the fuck out again.
Wait, there's a window?
Yeah, the Raven Queen's windows have, they exist. The Raven Queen's carriage has windows.
You were trying to do this in private, but there's windows on your carriage?
Yeah, there's also drapes on the inside covering the windows.
Oh.
Because unlike the
Russian
Warforged
carriage.
carriage, the Raven Queen's carriage is actually, decorated inside.
Yeah, the window's open. Well, one of them is.
The tracks you found the day before, and the ones that you find in these other towns, suggest the militaristic march toward the White Mountain, and are joined by other footprints from roads leading to other towns further off the main road. The second night is much the same, and so is the third. When you resume your trek on the following morning, you see larger tracks in the ground. These footprints are flanked by the rest, and dig deeper into the dirt than any of them. Now the only obstacle between you and the White Mountain cities is Traitor's Trench. Jeeves is pushing the Lamborghini as hard as he can. The faithful beasts panting are hardy and strong. Even heard from inside the carriages. Soon enough, you find yourselves approaching Traitor's Trench, a vast field of corpse-filled pits, stretching out for miles in either direction with only strips of road allowing you to cross over them. 3 rows of trenches in total meet you, each one virtually identical to the last. The stench of long dead flesh assault your noses, and you could swear you can hear the cries of the damned coming from the bodies below.
In a few years, these fields will be very fertile.
Mm-hmm. Anyone want to do anything with this knowledge?
I'm guessing by this point I've made someone else drive, and I'm probably just hanging out inside my RC.
Well, who else would you like to drive the carriage?
I trust Roland to do it.
All right. Roland, do you want to drive Alvin's box?
No.
Alright, one of these days I'm going to make one of you do it.
I mean, Kalu's an option. Yeah.
Do you want the big half-orc to drive your box?
Not really.
Nigga stole my RC.
Sure.
And went XD.
Well, you can't carriage jack me while I'm in it, I guess, so...
It's called
Alright.
It's called kidnapping.
I trust Kalu to drive one of the days.
All right. Kalu, do you want to drive the carriage that Alvin purchased?
Why not?
Probably not? Okay.
Apparently not.
Oh, apparently not.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he rolled for it?
Yeah.
So you guys are just going to ride for free on my carriage.
Well, you're going there anyway.
I will also remind you that apparently the Raven Queen's carriage is filled with Warforged bodies, and there's only enough space.
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume that after doing that, I chopped them up in pieces and threw them in a pile. And of course, there's room. I just haven't, opened the doors. They're unlocked. I just haven't opened them.
Alright, anyone riding with
there
me
were-
needs to take shifts driving.
Yeah. Essentially, what I'm mentioning is that there's really only room for one person in the Raven Queen's carriage to ride comfortably, and then the other one has to ride in the front with Jeeves. So that leaves one other person to ride with Alvin or to be sticking to the wall.
I mean, can I disassemble more Warforged, just like smaller, and pile them up in the corner?
So, the capacity isn't that large.
Not really. There's a limit to how much you can take them apart.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm doing this the nice way. Can I physically use my sun sword to cut their arms and legs off and make them smaller and put them in a corner?
Fuck it, why not?
The inside of this carriage just soaked in blood.
Oils and greases.
You have enough space for 2 people in the carriage now.
Don't Warforged have some flesh?
No.
It's like a
mechanical.
Oh.
It's biomechanical kind of shit. It's not actually flesh. It's flesh, but it's not flesh.
Pseudo flesh.
Yeah.
That's a cursed word.
So, but who is in the Raven Queen's carriage? Who's sitting up front with Jeeves, and who's sitting with Alvin?
Also up with Jeeves.
Oh, okay.
You're sitting up front with Jeeves? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all alone.
Sit in the carriage. I'll get in the Raven Queen's box.
Right.
We got a hot box up in here.
Why?
Can't you make your mage hand drive?
Not from. I need visual contact. I can't do it from inside the.
Oh.
You gotta focus.
Just
on
tie
it,
it
yeah.
off on the back of the thingy.
Yeah, but my horses still have to be led.
Yeah, but
Will they just follow if it moves?
So, like, if you dismount your horses and have them attached to, like, the back of your carriage, like, with a lead, the carriage is drawn, and the horses are following, or, you could be awesome and help these rams out and hook your horses up to this carriage, and then just have a big fucking caravan.
Could we do that? Could we just train this whole thing?
We can train the whole thing, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
That would require some major attack modification.
As long as one of you is willing to spend a night doing it.
Fortunately, I'm a very skilled woodworker, and I can build a
This
bigger...
is wood, not leather.
we need a custom yoke. That'll make it easier to use the tack we already have.
And like I said, it's technically speaking, it's 2-3 nights. So as long as he takes one night to do it, he can just sleep during the day.
And in the morning, or not in the morning, sleep during the day, and then at night I can loot.
Pillage, loot!
Repeat.
Oh, yeah, so Caller's in the carriage with me. He'd be like,
Alright.
Hey, I got you a present. Ah!
Leaning against the wall is approximately a 7-foot-long greatsword.
Solid steel.
All the way through.
Fellow picks it up and begins to lovingly just stroke the sword.
You're just gonna fondle your sword. Okay, that's pretty gay there, bro.
In front of your friend, no less.
Yes.
I had to kill a motherfucker for that.
So I guess the only thing is, do any of you want to do anything with the knowledge that you're passing over Traitor's Trench at the moment?
I probably don't
Question
know
for
that.
Is there anything
Pavel's not paying
special
attention.
about it? Just a normal greatsword.
As far as you're aware, it's a normal 7-foot-long greatsword that's fucking thick and wide.
The freaking Buster Sword.
Yes, it's a buster sword.
I'm gonna look out the window, see the trench, be like, ooh, it's kind of ripe today.
It's usually quiet,
It's not going to do anything.
but you could swear you hear the cries of the damned.
Can you hear the cries of the damned?
You hear cries?
Sword.
I heard a sword.
O's not going to do anything because he's too engrossed in looking over
Gotcha.
his new sword.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna ask Jeeves through the window. Do we have one of like the windows, like the slide windows towards the front? By where they're, because like if they're seated here, you gotta hey.
I will permit this.
Yeah, just. You hear that? You hearing the things from the trench there, Jeeves?
I assumed those were my old bones, sir. I'm going to check if I hear something. He rolled a 5.
Man,
Well,
I'm
question.
shit.
Yes.
Are there any like carrion birds around?
I mean,
Vultures.
there are more vultures than carrion birds.
There they are. Carrion.
Vultures are carrion birds.
Jinx.
I think we all did it.
Yes,
Both of them
there
are
would
cool.
be, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear anything, Master Druid?
How long ago was this battle?
Oh, no battle, sir. This is a capital punishment.
Oh.
Traitors of the crown and state are thrown in here and die slowly.
Ah. All right, we'll do a. Is that perception?
Yes.
Yeah, 9.
A 9. Okay.
When We're not hearing anything, sir. What did you hear? What's going on?
It smells bad.
It always smells bad. I'm just gonna be like, oh, never mind.
I don't
I'm
suppose
just not gonna say what I heard in fear of being called crazy.
So now Roland's going to be a little bit concerned, and he's going to... Can I just take a 10 on this?
You'd have to call the carriage to stop.
Okay. All right, yeah. Geez, why don't we stop for a moment?
Why?
Well, I don't want to be writing into something.
Sir?
Yeah, just
The druid wants to
go with
stop.
the druid.
All right.
Just for a moment.
Very deep voiced rams.
Mm-hmm.
I will allow you
Okay.
to roll again.
All right.
To take your time with this.
Well, look at that. I got a 10 anyway. So, 15.
A 15. You see movement coming from the first trench.
We have company.
You hear a weak call from below.
I suppose I'll mosey on over and investigate.
Alright.
Just casually.
You see the druid walking over to the edge of the road.
I'm gonna grab my broom, open the door.
I'm sure at this point, Kalu notices that that woman is left, so he's gonna get up.
Dragging the sword.
I'm still
behind.
asleep.
Okay. Looking down, you see a hand reaching up from under and around the belly of a horse.
Ah, fuck it. You know what? If
Do you
they're-
normally bury traitors with their mounts?
do not. I suppose we're gonna try and pull them up.
I
and
assume
guess-
this is a corpse of a horse.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Smashed in head.
I will use mold earth to scoop out some area underneath.
You attempt to mold earth and you realize it's about 15 feet of bodies before you get to the earth.
It's got a 60-foot range.
And you start moving them around. The body
Is it
that's
just-
the body that's kind of like reaching out just starts like to shake and like sink in a little bit.
from the horse and that. I was gonna just be like, all right, I'm gonna banish this dead body, this dead body, this dead body, and grab them.
You are able to fish the body out.
Dead? Or is it alive?
Oh, he's alive.
Okay.
The horse is dead.
Yeah, no, I'm after the thing that I seen live. What did you do to get put in this place?
This guy is tired. Near dead, in fact. He has a bleeding... He's bleeding from his skull.
Spare the dying.
What the fuck? Where did I... Like, it seems like he can kind of barely see you. Like, his vision is very, very blurry.
If I do like an investigation check, I know this person's not like enemy.
You can make an investigation or an insight if you'd like.
That's a 4. It doesn't matter what I choose.
This man is from the village of Daggett.
The place we were just at.
Mm-hmm.
And I would. So I recognize this, alright? Okay. Alright.
He tells you that his name is Thason. And his town was suddenly attacked by metal soldiers. All of this is in a very, very weak and strained voice.
I'm going to put him in the carriage in my spot. I'm going to tend to his wounds, make sure he's alive and survives. And, yeah. I'm going to attempt to hide. Well, they're metal bodies. He'll be fine. That's whatever.
The moment he sees those metal bodies, even through his blurred vision, this guy starts to hyperventilate.
Just gonna be like, I'm the high priest. I killed them. It's fine.
Wound.
They are dead. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, Carlo's going to be using Cure Wounds, huh?
Yeah.
Look at you being lawful neutral.
I'm going to reassure him that they are dead. Don't worry about it.
It's vicious mockery.
Cure wounds. Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery.
I'm going to assure him it's fine. They're quite dead. I've disassembled. And
His fast movements in an attempt to get away from them is not very strong at all. Even with the cure wounds, like sealing up that wound in his head, he does not have the strength to fight against you. You understand that this man has been in the trench for about 3 fucking days.
I know.
Under that horse.
We are going to get him some food and water next. Take care of him.
Well, I'll take out my decanter of endless water and offer him and get him a drink.
I don't think you got that back, did you?
I think I did, didn't I? Yeah.
I gave it back.
Yeah.
That's right. Because he picked it up because it was going to be useful, and then he got it back to him. It was the other thing that he had that got lost.
Yeah.
With the added food and water, mostly water, he's able to explain a bit more clearly that as soon as the barrier went up around them, drivers trading good with them would suddenly burst from a fleshy facade and attack them, along with more metallic soldiers from crates they were offering to trade.
Hold on. Roland didn't specify the type of water.
Potable, obviously.
Boiling hot salt water.
It'd be room temperature. It was established.
Room temperature salt water.
Yeah, cause I established that you cannot change the temperature to any sort of harmful point, and you cannot make it so cold that it would be easily freezable. It's a range of water. You know.
You could if you... Chilling touch.
They killed everyone swiftly and took them to the trenches to hide their movements.
Clever.
And they must have thought he would bleed out before someone found him. And he just thank the Raven Queen you did.
I'm not the one that found you. You gotta thank my druid friend here.
Oh, he thanks the Raven Queen for your assistance.
Okay.
You did find him. You asked us to stop to look, so this one was, you were finally like, alright, well, I'm bringing you with me, so sit tight, don't mind the pile of bodies.
He does not want to be left alone with those things. Like, he's fucking terrified of these things.
Hey, Jeeves, you want to help me throw some things in the trench?
Why? It's not going to be me again, is it?
Why were you thrown in the trench?
I fucked the Drifell Lord's sister.
You didn't do it recently, did you? Or again?
I think I'm bleeding.
No, sir.
There's red on this chip after I licked it.
Because your tongue's probably
Stick
sore.
your tongue out.
Nah.
Yeah, you got a little bit there.
Okay, fine. There's oh yeah, I'm seeing it now, a little bit on the right hand side.
Cool.
No, we're just gonna dispose of
Okay.
I'm just gonna dispose of some of the... Get the Warforged out of there. Because, you know, this person's a better witness than anything.
Sir, if you want to keep the bodies, there is the second carriage tied behind us.
I don't trust him as far as I can throw him with my valuables.
He's pretty small. You can throw him pretty far.
I think you meant you have the other person ride on mine.
Yes, I meant you could put the citizen in there. I'm sure that the nice young man would be willing to understand that.
I've catalogued what I learned from these. They're going in the trench.
As you wish, sir.
He slowly climbs down, very kind of like shakily, and he's like,
I'm going to assist, not that he needs it. Just...
and once again, he does that. And he just starts. And the weight of these Warforged start crushing the corpses underneath a little bit and just like slowly like roll and slide and like sink down.
This should also clear up some weight, so it's not as rough on the Lamborghini.
Quite, sir.
Father, I think you have yourself quite a problem here.
And that problem was what?
Warforged.
Yeah, what about it? They die like just... They can be killed. We'll be
They're
fine.
steamrolling your entire people.
Yeah. And,
What's a steamroller, Master Druid?
Okay, you're right. Good point. Okay, good point. All right. They're going through your country like an avalanche.
Yeah, that's partially my fault. Based on what this one said, I probably should not have activated that barrier.
The guy.
It does seem the threat is already here.
But let's fish them out. So we've got 5 days to kill all of the ones in here.
What happens in 5 days?
The
Get 'em out, we
oxygen,
die.
the oxygen within the barrier of Drifell decimates. The plant life dies, the livestock dies, and then we die from a lack of oxygen.
Oh.
Nothing in or out, my
Wait.
friend.
Why would the plant life die from lack of oxygen? They just need CO2.
Good point.
No
Well.
sunlight.
First of all,
He said
you're
from the
not
carriage.
the carriage. Second of all, that
Well,
the blue part of the lights, that's the magical essence. It draws on the power of the plant life.
It's a good excuse for you not understanding plant biology.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't ask. It legitimately does draw upon the power source between the towers and the plant life in the immediate area. Livestock would simply die because of the lack of oxygen and plant life.
Lack of food.
I mean, it's magic. It doesn't.
I'm
It
fairly
can be
certain
whatever.
that most
Hey,
of the animals
unlike the
are-
Legend of Vox Machina, I explain my magic system.
Magic-ish.
Yeah, very loosely.
How does it draw on the plant life?
Well,
Explain
With a
your magic
pencil.
system.
with a pencil.
I'm the DM and I say so.
I could actually explain it, but it would take too much time. If you like, I can send you a text later.
Well, you see, I met a man in a leopard print thong at a Space Chinese. And he taught me how to make a barrier.
Right?
Without.
You
Tapping
can
the plant
you
life.
continue on. What feels like an eternity later, you see in the distance the
space
gates of
business?
Aruvel, and a lot of Drifell soldiers manning the walls. Before the wall are more soldiers pulling bodies into piles and distributing their discarded weapons to the other men. Several of the men see you, and 2 get sent out on giant rams before riding to meet you. Both appear to be the equivalent of lieutenant or lieutenant commander, and they greet you with the Drifell salute.
Yeah, I'm not saluting.
Well, Jeeves returns it.
Yeah.
Remember, in Drifell, your version is this.
I know, it's funny. Jeeves shaking. Whoops, I mean, blast these shaky old bones.
Well, this. No, thumb is out. There you go. The reason...
They're shocker.
Cultural fact here. The reason why is because a black band ring on your dominant hand signifies whether or not you have power and authority, and if you do, where that authority lies. So by putting that down, you hide your authority from the other people. Like, fuck you, you're not worthy of knowing what I can do. So, I have developed my own fuck you.
Which is a reverse of the normal one, apparently.
Yep.
Like, instead of you fucked up, you don't have, I can still kill you, it's you don't deserve to know what I can do.
I'm gonna open the door and peek out. Just be like,
We weren't expecting you for a few more days, Mr. Grimm, one of the soldiers says. But personally, I'm pleased to see you back in one piece. Father Solomon.
I'm gonna lose my footing. It's fuck!
The other soldier goes, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, too far. Sorry. I just ramble.
These metallic menaces, they have this ability to cloak themselves in skin suits.
Oh yeah, how many of those did we kill? Like at the tower? It was like
You
5,
killed
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and technically 6.
Yeah, we killed 6 of
did
them.
we?
Yeah.
We got the XP for that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what XP.
But what, 3,600 apiece or something like that?
Jeeves does stand up from the seat and goes,
I bring with me His Holiness, Father Solomon, Divine Cleric of the Raven Queen,
Oh, cup of
and
crap,
High
Jeeves.
Priest of all Drifell,
Jeez, I'm gonna throw you in the pit again.
and his new friends.
Most of them are friends.
Friends, huh? Alright.
That being said, I do have a survivor from the very first village that was in the pit.
The pit.
Trench. My bad.
Survivor, what do you mean?
They
didn't die.
It goes on to explain what they did. So the Warforged steamrolled the village, threw them into the cover of the tracks, and
Avalanched.
Jeeves is all like,
What the fuck is a steamroller, sir?
windmilled. You know, like they go, but really fast.
Oh, so a giant pepper grinder.
Yeah.
They giant pepper ground up the villagers and townsfolk.
No. Jeeves. Lean in.
Huh?
I explained combustion engines to him. I give him a perfect blow-for-blow detail of how a steamroller functions, and then I say, but no one's going to believe you. And I leave.
Oh, you're pulling that one.
Yeah, no. So more or less what the guy told me.
where is he?
In my carriage.
Come with us, please. And the two of them rear their rams backward, giant rams, sorry, and they head back towards the wall.
Because normally I wouldn't pull anybody out of a pit for a good reason, but this one was not one that was there for the right reasons.
Man, of all the sponsorships we could have got, you didn't go for Ford. You decided they were going to all drive Rams.
Yep. Because, Rams were the first thing ever built.
Wait, were they?
What?
Oh.
So I was pretty sure Ford
They were out before motor vehicles. Get it?
Yes, the animal. Fuck.
Now, you get led to the wall itself, and a couple of the soldiers are wearily preparing weapons in your direction, but they're waved away by the lieutenants going, They're not warforged.
Yeah, you want a piece of me? I've got plenty of anger to go around right now.
The moment they are, told you guys aren't warforged, they drop their guards and they, go back to doing what they're doing, which is moving their own dead soldiers away.
So, Jeeves.
Yes, sir.
How do we drop the shield again?
That requires the supreme order of either the High Priest himself or His Majesty the Fell King. As to how it's taken down, I don't know. That information is specifically reserved for those two men. Or in this case, most likely one.
I weep for your countrymen.
No, Jeeves, I know how to take it down, but I'm not going to take it down. I remembered how to do that on my journey.
You're just going to insight check your ass.
His
I'm
ass?
not lying.
What about the rest of them?
He got a 6. Your ass is okay. It's just kind of there. It's not flat as a cutting board, but it's not badonkadonkulous.
Watch me choke again!
Choke on meat again.
I'm going to choke on the druid's beef stick.
Hey, spit that out.
No, about the same color as Roland, all things considered.
That's
racist.
It's a little darker. No, he had no one.
wrinkle.
He's
Inuit.
Yeah, essentially.
I remember I painted him.
And then the paint got exposed to the sun, so I had to darken it again because it turned out really fucking ghost white pale.
Well, I was left in the sun for quite a while.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that was a refreshing paint session, by the way. Touching up Roland, making
You okay?
Yeah, no, sorry, I was just a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
No, trust me, this is a motherfucker who will tell you if he's not feeling good.
I didn't lose that much blood.
From his tongue.
No, it's one of those days where it's a sleepy day.
Yeah, I slept 3 hours last night.
You chip licker.
You know what? If you eat it the regular way, you don't get all the seasoning. You have to lick both sides before you eat it.
So I'm not the only one that fucking does that.
I will die on this hill. I will kill the rest of you on this hill. And try and stop me from eating these ships.
No, me and you stand on that same hill. I do the same fucking thing.
Alright, we've now entered into a pact to murder the rest of them.
So who's the king and who's the queen?
Doesn't matter. We kill all the non-believers.
Now, you'll have to forgive me for this next part because, like I mentioned before, I had to. All right, I'm unforgiven.
I dub you Unforgiven.
Now, I know.
I dubbed the Unforgiven.
Oh.
I know what happens from this point on, but like I mentioned, this past week I was split between this and having a full-on session in the towns. So, I know what's going to happen, but names and faces are a little jumbled together because I haven't written them down yet.
You can just do authority figure 1, 2, and 3 as long as they're not super duper important.
I'm going to try to boil that down to one authority figure.
That's fine.
Because the authority figure that you do see before the closed door gates, he's a commander in rank. This guy looks tired. He's got bags under his eyes. His hair is matted with sweat. Short hair.
Hey, Billy. Go get it.
He is. Oh. I thought you were doing like a Nux Taco reference. Billy!
Yeah. Yeah. Jokes. That's all you high-end fuckers do. The rest of us are down here getting our asses caved in by metal assholes.
Oh, really? They're not that tough to beat. I killed 6 of them on my way here before activating the barrier.
Yeah. I thought it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to that barrier being activated, every single fucking warforged out there popped up and started killing up people.
Yep, and now we know where they're at.
You don't even care, do you? Just gonna sit there drinking your hashtag Dr. Pepper.
Hashtag the doctor is in. Hashtag not sponsored.
I am really starting to hate this guy, and I'm going to have to just be like, I know you're commander and all, but...
Do you need him stabbed?
Oh, no, I'm not committing treason. I'm not getting thrown in the pit.
I like this guy.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I am awake. I don't know if I've left my carriage.
I mean, the carriage has stopped now, so... And you do hear voices on the outside. It stands to reason that you would get out to see what's going on.
I peek outside. Do I see any hostiles?
Voices are on the outside, on the outside, on the outside.
So, most of the soldiers that you see, and they are like full-on soldiers, these guys are decked out in plate, full-on helmets, and they've got all sorts of arms and armaments and just all about them.
Well,
but these are
full plate was normally worn by mounted knights, and it usually was not very effective once they got on the ground.
No, they were armored units that weren't mounted. We established this a while ago.
But these are the good guys, TM, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to go back in it.
The armor would simply change if you were mounted or on foot.
Mm.
And it was literally the feet.
The feet and the hips.
Yeah. So
Sorry, the inner thighs.
It's the upper legs and the hips. So the hips would no longer have the flappy plates on them, and they wouldn't be bulky. And if you were on the mount, you'd have the hook on the end of your shoe to stay in the stirrup. You get rid of those, and they swap them out for regular tech boots, and then you get your war skirt and your plods again.
For more helpful information on armaments and what the medieval knight would wear, go check out Modern History TV, done by Jason Kingsley. He goes in depth quite a bit. Anyway, but you do see that there is a verbally hostile soldier who's not quite yelling, but chastising Omen.
Nah.
You know,
Get back in.
he can chastise me all he wants.
It's about time.
I'm
About time
50-50
somebody
down
did.
the road. Knowing he's the commander, I won't fucking strike him down. But at the same time, I'm already mad. He's not helping.
Seeing the soldier, Kalo's just gonna walk over and stand behind him and just glare down and just the obnoxiously close as he can get.
Hovering.
Just stare at him.
Now, when you say behind him, I'm assuming you mean behind Omen, because this commander's not letting you go up behind him.
Just over the shoulder, attack dog. Just
I may ask, sorry, this is a little bit of a semi off topic. The dream detection ability and other magical, etc., that is granted to me by the amulet. Is that allowing me to distinguish between, like a warforged covered in pseudo flesh and a regular human being or regular?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because anyone who can use magic will have that aura somewhere about their person. That also includes barbarians.
Warforged are magic, so.
But that includes things like barbarians. So, barbarians who don't take a subclass, you can't really read an aura from them.
Okay.
Now, you can definitely detect a consciousness, but Warforged do technically have a conscience.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that sense, it's a strong hint that they could be Warforged.
Oh.
But at the same time, it could just be a fighter who doesn't take magic or a barbarian, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or a rogue.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But this commander...
that rogues don't necessarily inherently use magic.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's just arcane tricksters.
We are going... You see, I've got so many names running through my head for this fucker guy.
Steve, Bill, Ed.
Nah, that's Ian's guy.
Ted?
Bill.
Severum Cochrane.
We're going
Biggest Dickus.
Dick up my ass. Yes.
Archibald. Clint.
Clit.
Like Clinton, you know.
Oh, I was thinking more like clitoris.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking.
Gaius Julius Clitoris. That sounds like a Roman name, right?
Just call him Harold. No, goddamn it! Like, my bad. Like,
Harold.
No, not that one.
Roldy?
The old school style spelling of it.
Just
I think it was.
No, it's Hearald.
Harold.
Yeah, because I mean,
H-A-
I knew a guy named Harold spelled like that.
There's like H-A-R, and then there's H-O-R-L-D, which is weird.
Which is with the purple crayon, right?
Wasn't it? Yeah, that was Harold. Yeah. Okay.
Call him Humphrey.
I can't believe
Commander
I remembered that
Racious.
reference. That was a deep cut.
No, Racious is
We're unlocking things from.
I have an aunt who played D&D back in the day, and she's a very, very whimsical person. She's very much an artist.
Insane, okay.
She is a
Hi,
talented.
Carl
She is a talented artist.
So, Commander Racious...
Very much of the...
Commander Racious is going to notice that there is a
Pant lady.
7-foot half-orc.
Kind of, yeah.
And he's just kind of like glance up at him and then just kind of like eyeball you. And you get the feeling that this guy's a very religious man as well. Probably more so than a lot of other citizens. And he's
put her on as like a...
And he's going to mention
like a wizard.
half-orcs now,
like
huh?
Illusion and
The Raven Queen loves
transmutation.
everyone.
Yeah.
You house a demon in our city, and now you bring...
I'm going to have you hold your tongue about my child. Otherwise, I will have you reprimanded for this. Now, you can either drop the attitude, or you can go home and explain to the fellow king why I sent you back.
Are you raising your voice?
Oh yeah, I'm
All right.
I'm gonna fucking lay into this bitch,
I'm probably gonna come out when it gets loud.
and I'm gonna lay into him in our tongue.
All right.
You're pretty thoroughly distracted yelling at this guy, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to attempt to pick Father Solomon's pockets.
I don't have pockets.
Where do you keep your gold, though?
It's in the bank.
All your money's in the bank?
The rest of it, yeah.
Where's the... Okay. You
Say
said
the
the rest
rest
of it. Jinx.
Steal his pants.
And I don't remember where I put the little card for.
Yeah, where's your lightsaber?
You're not gonna get that.
If it's on your belt, he could
Yeah,
potentially.
you can try and get
I'm
it.
attempting to steal the lightsaber.
All right, roll sleight of hand and roll perception.
If I catch it, You're getting decked upside the head. Because I'm already fuming.
Say yours first.
13.
24.
Can I?
Although you have to attune to it, so it won't work for you if you try to use it.
That's not my point. My point is this is fun.
Oh yeah, Kalo's right there too.
Well, he's also focused on the commander.
Oh, I don't care who else sees it. I'm doing it in full view of the guard. I'm just doing this because it's funny.
19.
You didn't see it.
By all means, try rolling your perception, Carlo.
If anyone could get a natural 20 and
The sun is blocked.
I am the sun.
No daylight, so cough.
It's a 2.
Yeah, it's still daylight.
What'd you get?
At the 22.
Oh.
And what was yours?
24.
24.
Oh.
But was this a natural 22?
Where was your...
Natural 24?
Yeah, he was a...
No, it wasn't a natural 24. Was yours a natural 20?
22.
Fuck.
Oh, it was a natural 22, huh?
Well, but on all honesty, does a natural 22 beat a... Well,
It's a 5% chance.
Sorry, a natural 23.
Okay.
It's one of those instances where I get the idea.
But a natural 20 wins.
Yeah, it's one of those, like... It's basically like the 1 in 100 chance that something happens and you just happen to notice it type of a
It's a
thing.
1 in 20. But...
Well, yeah. So, you do successfully get the sword off of Father Solomon's belt, but the half-orc goes from glaring at Commander Racius to you.
I'm gonna walk about 20 paces away and... Does it do anything?
I actually don't remember if you actually
You have to
required
attune to
to be attuned to it to activate it.
I got the card.
You got the card on you? Alright.
Attunement required.
Requires attunement? Alright. So yeah, you cannot activate it. But you do see...
Look really retarded trying to activate us.
But you do see a semi-translucent blue ghost of a 3-foot-tall green big-eared man going, "Rah! My franchise has been murdered!"
Alright. As Solomon is still yelling at the guard captain person, I'm going to walk right in between them, hold this up, and go, "Father, I broke this."
The commander is going to calm his tone, but he is still going to go, "You can join me. I'm sure you want to return to your ebony tower while the rest of the men fight for the city, while the rest of the citizens fight for this people."
Are we fighting stuff? Hell yeah. Where do I sign?
I was going to ask, just lean down and ask Father Solomon, can I hit him yet?
He is a loyal soldier.
Let him hit him. So, I could let you hit him, but it's in the middle grounds, and me being as I am, he is a high-ranking soldier and he knows what's going on, so no! But I'm going to take my saber back from him like, "It's not broken, you nitwit."
So, the commander did
You gotta
hear
teach
your
me how to do
request,
that.
Kalu. So he's
wasn't fertile about it.
oh he's giving you the stink eye too, but he's gonna give you a very half-hearted. He's gonna turn. He's gonna walk. He's gonna march off, muttering. He's gonna be muttering, "Greenskin marauders."
And when I've heard this muttering, because he's walking away, I'm already mad at him. He's getting the finger either way.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, as he's walking away, just clear view of everyone else but him.
Mm-hmm. You see a young man march up to you, and not really march so much as brisk run. You recognize him, a certain farm boy.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You tried to bang your daughter?
Probably.
And a very helpful lawyer intervened.
Probably. I don't
Yells out, Father Solomon! He approaches you, he gets closer, and he's more decked out than he was before. He's not wearing the full plate like everyone else, but he's got plate armor here and there, and he's got a couple weapons on himself, and he properly... It's good to have you back, sir.
Yeah, looks like you finally grew a pair.
Oh, They grow quickly after 3 days.
Just dumbfounded. What?
The Warforged, they've been sieging the entrances for 3 days, sir. You actually came during one of the lull periods. But they'll be back within a couple hours if their pattern persists.
Yeah, they're probably hiding in the trench.
Trenches?
Yeah, that's where I pulled that other guy from. They said they threw them into cover their tracks.
As you're saying that, the two lieutenants are finally like, okay, the situation's calmed down now. We can get this guy out.
Oh, there was a 50% chance that I would have fucking thrown hands if he would have went further with the daughter shit.
You'll have to forgive him, sir. He was leading the first platoon when the Warforged striked.
No, he's quite right. It is my fault. I activated the barrier upon seeing one of the tower guards die, the other one almost dying, and they taking hostages another one. But, I didn't hold back there. I killed a bunch of things.
He's usually not like this, sir.
No, he's always like this. He's an asshole.
I
can tell by the tone of his voice. I've ran into many and far between him.
I promise not to tell him he said that, sir.
Oh, no. If he turns around, he's going to get the finger to his face, too.
Survivor's guilt, sir. I'm sure of it. But will you be joining us in the siege, or would you prefer an escort to the top? There have been sites of Warforged inside the upper cities, but because they've been surrounded, they were easily taken out. But we don't know how many are still up there.
I'll look up at the sky. Just be like, contemplate for a good solid second. I'm going to be like, yeah, big green.
You just look up. You look up and you hear the Dark Souls theme music playing.
Just, hey, big green. You said you wanted to fight something, right?
Yep.
You want to play with a new sword?
He just reaches up and taps the new sword. Need to test it.
Yeah, we'll stay. I can't speak for the other three, but us two will.
I also have survivor's guilt. I'm guilty anytime someone survives. Wow.
You forgive me, but you sound like someone who came here recently. Who are you, sir?
What do you mean sounds like someone who came here recently? I'm gonna need some clarification.
You're gonna need some... Father Solomon, like, do you mean to say you need some clarifications?
So Roland's gonna say, "Shut up, you idiot!" And then
To which one?
Hit it to him before you say, and then hit him with a decanter of endless water. So, I think is it a strength saving throw or is it a dex saving throw?
Are you actually using the geyser version?
Yes.
Oh! I'm pretty sure that's a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
I think it's like a DC 15.
I think it's 13 then.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, saving a throw against
Fail.
13. And you get pushed back 15 feet.
Nice.
And now you're soaked.
I get up. Sorry. Giant frog in my throat.
Jeeves out of nowhere. Dynamic entry!
Dynamic entry?
Yeah, like guy senses. Dynamic entry!
Okay.
It's the flying kick through the air, just right in the forehead. Just wow! Some broken moves that you can use on the fucking version of Naruto.
Dynamic entry?
Gallows humor aside, about a week ago, there was a band of mercenaries who came by to offer trading goods and offer their service. I never caught their name, but they wore an abundance of blues and silvers.
Oh, those fuckers are here.
You speak as if you're not one of them.
I'm not.
Not anymore.
No, you still are. You never formally resigned.
Yeah, I did. I turned in my pin and thing. Remember? I was able to persuade the queen because I did.
I was under the impression that was, a lie. Because you rolled a deception check immediately after.
Oh, did I?
Yes!
Oh, apparently I'm still with them. Sweet.
Well, they mean well.
So well you deceived yourself.
Well, they do say that.
Self-deception.
They do say the best way to lie is to convince yourself it's true. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't get me started.
I am an exceptional rogue.
Yeah, you're so sneaky you don't even notice yourself.
You know it's bad when you go to pickpocket somebody and the cleric pickpockets the pickpocket and then proceeds to blame somebody else and persuades you to... What was it? It's like, you prove that I have it, not that I took it. Son of a bitch!
Like, he makes a valid point.
What would my lawyer say about this? Ribbit.
Got a frog in your throat?
I have a bunch of lawyers and they're all frogs.
I've got a team of lawyers and they're all frogs.
Oh, you got a frog in your throat? Yeah, it's telling me to croak.
He said the same joke last week.
I know, but
I need to share that clip on the Discord. I'll share it on the Discord later when I find it.
So, in fact, that's actually the reason why I'm over here. They've been defending Jaleel and allowing us to fortify our defenses here.
Jaleel, like the
Jaleel is a farming town on the other side of the mountain.
Oh, I thought that was one of the guys who fights in your arena.
No.
Didn't you have a famous...
They have an arena?
Yeah, they have a famous
This is a fighting
gladiator named
arena?
Jaleel.
You're sick.
Those not slaves.
It's a gladiatorial arena, sir.
Yeah, where Jaleel fights.
Fighting for others' amusement is a horrendous practice.
Not if you want to practice. You practice.
There's a difference between sparring, training, and fighting for other people's amusement.
You know they don't use
what
live
kind of
weapons.
How bloodthirsty are ASMR?
Jeeves,
are you a typical example here?
Jeeves,
I'm just gonna be like, they don't use live weapons. You don't.
Jeeves,
no weapon is alive.
Jeeves speaks up at this point.
Mine.
Jeeves is gonna speak up at this.
You know what? I'm gonna go find these Warforged my fucking self.
Jeeves is gonna speak up.
Oh, you can't tell me you never played with other boys when you were a child? It's called roughhousing, but with sticks, and you get paid to do it.
Yes, but
no, he was an orphan.
Parents never encouraged it or laughed at us as we were doing it.
I feel very sorry for your childhood, sir. You missed out on a crucial point of development.
We all survived this. We're gonna throw him in the fun zone. He's gonna see how fun it is.
Would you like me to summon forth Jahir to show him the ropes?
What about his brother Jafar?
He's away from here.
Oh, is that who?
Oh yeah, of course.
Gladiator Jafir.
Oh yeah.
Jafir. He's the Dark Lord. Jafir, we don't talk about.
He's the one Jafir.
All right,
not
so
the one Jahate.
I'm sorry. I've been meaning to.
Talk about him. We don't talk about Jafir. He's...
Oh, he died. He died mid explanation.
Okay. I know. I apologize. I know that I have been meaning to draw out how the city arrangements for Drifell. The city at the peak is called what?
Now, the ring city is called Dainisus. Dainsus, I think. Sorry, Dane Isus.
Isn't that where Sam's uncle is?
All right.
Dialysis.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm
okay,
crossing
and then
streams here.
The city name that you are at right now.
Well, I know, but
Aruvell.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm starting on the top.
Oh, starting at the top.
Starting at the top is Dainisus, right?
Dainisus,
right?
Then it is Sturiel.
And that is
STUR.
Is that to the north, south, east, or west?
It faces the north.
Okay. It's ST.
URIEL. And I'll just text you the names themselves later.
All right, and then on the south side?
I'll text you the names. I'll text you.
Well, I'm trying to draw out at least a schematic here, so at least I know where everything is.
Yeah. Well, Roland has never been here before.
I know.
There's a peak city, there's 4 cities beneath it.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's...
Draw the Olympic rings. You pretty much got it.
Olympic rings.
No, there's 7 cities.
Jaranur, XHARINU apostrophe UR.
Am I?
Eten, AIR apostrophe ETEN.
All right. So. And then.
Valinark.
The 1, 2. So the 4th city down is what?
Eten, AIR apostrophe ETEN. Valinark, VALENARK.
VALENARK?
Yep. Jaleel, ZHALIEL. And then Aruvel, ARUVLL. Those are the city names. All right. Where the fuck was I? Oh, yes. The arena is also used for public executions, though, for specific capital crimes, though it rarely happens.
There's the barbarism you were looking for.
Like I said, it's more like it's a slight rotation.
Okay.
The executions are still given that chance of freedom. Those sentenced to death are judged under the Raven Queen, and should she feel that it is not their time to die, they'll survive.
And then what happens? They just get away with their crime?
They will be given a lighter sentence, typically involving a slave ring, and then they'll work off their sentence from there.
Hold the fuck
spare
up.
ones?
Hold the fuck up. You have slaves in this city?
Well, yes. And
Oh, I better fucking behave.
Yeah. You know who has a few of these slavery rings?
If anyone needs me, I'll be in my carriage.
Take my sword again and I'll make you a slave.
I can't hear you. I'm going to my carriage.
you took your sword?
Yeah. Hey, Roland, my friend, you want to hit him with the water again while he's walking away?
Do I hear that?
Oh, no, I fully said this to you, too.
Yeah, I know.
I start
So
popping and
Roland-
leaving.
It's more like a whispery thing, because he's right next to him. He's like, you want to hit him with that water again?
I want to wait until he gets close to his
RC.
RC, and then hit him.
Just up against the... Stop resisting!
Yes, I am going to do that.
I can't breathe.
Stop!
Roll your.
Stop, or I will shocking grasp you.
Taser, taser, taser.
2.
At least I'm getting these out of the way for things that don't matter.
That's a bloody nice shot!
Thank you. I particularly enjoyed this the clunk as his head hit the outside of his carriage.
The dog gets up and he's got... the dog gets up and you can see him. He's got these dreads and a bandana and a beard. He's like, Stop blowing holes in my house!
The dog's eyes are red and all he hears... Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be my dog's name, Snoop.
No, call him Jack.
Call him Double
Guess on
D.
the halftime show, right?
Did you miss the reference?
Jack Dog?
No, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Curse you for breathing, you jackdaw idiot.
Stop putting those in my ship.
Oh. Haven't seen it. Don't know
Oh,
what it is,
oh.
but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
The first one is pretty good, and the second 2 are decent enough.
We haven't established what we're talking about.
The fourth
first
one.
movie.
The fourth one was.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Wait, okay, that's right.
Because
Anyway.
you guys didn't say that.
Anyway.
You were like, oh, the first and second one were... Oh, the fourth one. Thank you. Thank you for telling me what we're talking about.
But yeah. So, Edvon, that's right, Edvon Magson. He introduces himself like that. Well, any friend of Father Solomon is a friend of mine.
Stop eating your brother's food, you little shit. He's good people.
My name is Edvon. I was a horse farmer back in my own home, but I took up the guard.
Oh, the Minotaurs.
Yeah.
That was you! I got you confused for the one that likes my daughter. I apologize.
Minotaurs?
Don't worry about it. It's a long story.
Edvon has this look of, I should not correct him.
Is it this? Is it
Yes, this is a 17-year-old. He leans over to you, Roland, and he goes, I am the guy who likes his daughter.
Perception check.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
He's married?
No. Don't you know?
No.
I'll let Father Solomon tell you that story.
Tell him more.
What?
What's the tea, sis?
Alvin just walks it back to the drink.
And probably covered in mud at this point.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
At least he doesn't stink anymore.
You might want to hit him one more time just to get the stank out.
I duck behind him.
I'm tempted.
Solomon, you have a daughter?
Yeah, I have a daughter. Well, it's not my daughter.
Is she also an ass, Amar?
No!
Edvon
But you could say she's a bitch! Huh? Oh, right, you don't know her name, do you? Never mind.
We just found out about her. How do we know her name?
Her name is Karma, and she's a bitch. Get it? Karma's a bitch.
Is she?
Sorry, I've never heard that one before.
Fucking millennials.
Shut up! No. That was in character, by the way.
Edvon is going to be
Damn
piping
kids.
up at this point. He's saying, like, Karma is a lovely woman.
You trying to bang her, kid?
Yes, he is.
No. Yes.
Nice.
I remember the last time he showed up with flowers. I don't know who it was, but he got pretty fucked up on the floor right there. It was pretty funny. I'm surprised that you're still walking right after that.
I walk over to Edvon.
That was 3-4 months ago, Father, and that was the first time I tried bringing flowers. Actually,
What, Sarah got a hold of you the second time, or was it Jeeves?
Ayo.
I don't think
the blonde one, right?
I don't think Sarah would even require flowers.
She tried. I told her no.
After all, who likes
Did you hit her with the ugly stick? Come on, boy. I left it by the door for a reason. I should say, canonically speaking, I've got the do not touch me stick placed all around the thing because the Zarvax grew up with my fucking people. If they get uncomfortable, they have full right, empowered by Father Solomon, to beat a motherfucker upside the head with this stick if they feel very uncomfortable or are groped by unwanted gropies.
Father, who's Zarvax?
Oh, he's back!
It's basically the no horny stick.
I give Edvon a pat on the back and I go, Father Solomon has tried to kill me no less than a dozen times in the month that I've known him. And
I could get you killed right here, right now for the first thing that you did,
I'm not trying
right?
to bang his daughter. So good luck on that one, Chief. Also, I'm picking his pocket back.
I mean, I did save his life.
Roll sleight of hand.
So,
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, Edvon's gonna try to notice this. He got a 6. He's more surprised that such a short man is even fucking here, because he's like, I've heard about. Are you a halfling or a gnome?
He's a midget.
Sorry, are you a hobbit or a gnome?
He's a goblin.
Actually, we prefer the term quarterling.
Quarterling?
Yeah, or ankle biter.
Don't pay any attention to him.
Any gnome you meet, you can refer to as an ankle biter. It's kind of like an inside joke. They'll get it.
I'm going to say in Orcish to Carl, who's like, yeah, the real inside joke is he's a bug-eyed stump, isn't it?
And Roland is going to reply in Orcish, you're too generous.
Edvon's looking like from Alvin and then to you guys, because like, Orcish is a very gruff and rough language, so the fact that you're just blurting that out right here, he's like, the fuck, what, was that, were you clearing your throat?
Oh, no, that's his native tongue.
Huh.
You're right.
So anyway, what's
Oh, yeah, this guy, he's my brother.
I see the family resemblance.
Don't lie, boy.
I do not see the family resemblance.
Wait, so what's in Advanced Pockets? Give a gloss over that.
Advanced Pockets actually contains a military badge.
Stealing.
It's like, what's the
Like a pass.
No.
The Mark of Kaiser.
Matt, you know this more than I would. What's the lowest? What's the lowest official officer? Like you're actually a commissioned officer. Like what's the lowest ranking?
Like it depends on
branch.
branch.
Military is usually private or private first class.
Oh, no, but that's an enlisted man. That's not an officer.
Oh.
Is it lieutenant?
If we're talking Navy, it's ensign.
Okay. This would definitely be more.
Almost any other branch, it's second lieutenant.
Yeah.
If it's Navy, it's ensign.
Okay, because this isn't really a Navy or a Marine thing.
You got
so
your
it's...
legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, it'd be some sort of lieutenant.
Okay.
Second is technically the lowest, but...
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's going to be second lieutenant.
All right. So in that case, feel free to somewhat disregard the ranking systems of the characters that you met before. I was going by Star Trek. That's the only military show that I have a grasp of military in that one.
The military realism of
That's
Star
on
Trek.
it. That's
Well, they do actually use Navy military ranks in that.
I
Because
would-
they've got ensign and then chief petty officer.
Okay.
They've got lieutenants, lieutenant commanders, and stuff.
I get at the
Famous
time it would have been
military,
Navy, but
military,
clearly
the last name
those
apart.
guys should be Space Force.
Fair enough.
Because when the drill sergeant goes like, where is private parts? This guy, you fucking asshole. You're like, get it before I came here.
I know a guy.
Do you have any idea how many how many promotions I have passed up to keep that one joke alive, sir?
I also changed.
17.
I've also changed my name. Before that, my first name was Very. Middle name was Little. Where's very little private parts? Or private.
I have very little parts. I have very little parts, right? I actually knew a guy who joined whose brother joined the military. Their family name was Payne.
Private pay.
Just wait till he becomes a major.
Yes, and then he gets another promotion. He becomes a General Payne.
Here's someone whose name was Fail.
Oh.
Was he Polish? Sounds like a Polak joke waiting to happen.
It did make it better that his father was apparently a Special Forces Master Sergeant, so yes, it made it a little bit better.
Master Sergeant Payne?
No, he was going in as an officer with the last name of Fail.
Sergeant Officer Fail? Or Master Sergeant Fail?
That'll do it. But anyway, you find that.
Then you got Major Fail, Captain Fail, General Fail.
Lieutenant Fail.
You find that particular badge, and it's lowest grade military officer.
Stealing.
You do find a coin purse of about 15 silver.
Steal.
You find a pendant that opens up to reveal pictures.
Steal.
Okay.
God damn it, he's got the fucking family pictures.
And you do see... This one is a little more difficult to steal, but if you want to try, you absolutely can. It is a rolled up comic book.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. Everything else would take a little bit too long to, very quickly take. But that's
what
the
you
stuff
got
you're
called for. As you got him fucking just shh. What's good? Damn it, no one picking the pockets. Like, hi, holy shit.
I don't want to sound racist, but you are really, really big.
That's what she said.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to witness that night, Father Solomon.
I can't wait till he chucks the spear at a war for.
You were joking, weren't you, Father
Only
Solomon?
over hill. Really.
I am sorry.
Give me a second. Rip over the pit. Just all right. Now you're gonna fucking tell me everything.
It's like, oh, we made love on the anniversary of your great-grandfather's demise.
Maybe he shouldn't have a sword for this.
I don't need the sword. Because I can make them from my hands, too. Not this one, but I've got the green and I've got the other one.
Anyway.
Wizardry. It's great.
Wait, Father Solomon, if I may be so bold, weren't you going on vacation?
Yeah, I got some scars. Me and this group of people defeated
A goblin army.
army-ish of orcs and goblins and
Oh yeah, no,
Dragon's
it was
Forest.
it was an army.
We didn't really
Yeah.
defeat them. We just kind of killed their leadership, and then they scattered.
We still fought quite a bit.
No. You didn't kill the leadership. I did.
I helped.
That is also a valid point.
That's true. He killed the leaders. The rest of us didn't really kill the bulk of
He
the
fucking
army.
punched one for 99 damage.
So
That one fucking move made that boss fight almost fucking pointless.
He had
I would.
Almost.
this motherfucker right here. Not motherfucker. This man right here hit a motherfucker so hard, he almost blew up.
Jeeves calls out like he's petting the rams.
Language, sir. He's a child.
Yeah, and so is Karma, but these two are fornicating somewhere in the palace.
Beat red.
allegedly,
Of course,
you
yelling.
can't talk to my client like that.
Obviously, has said this yelling out because Jeeves is over by the rams, or is he next to us?
Well, he's
By mine or theirs?
maybe like 10 feet away.
So still yelling it quite loud, so other people around here. Yeah. So his reaction is probably like, no. But then again, technically, it's Roll's daughter, not mine. I'm just taking care of her.
Is Ed von
Wait.
Asimar?
I believe I said he's human.
So you're the
Okay.
so Father Solomon, you're the stepfather, and it's Rawl's child.
When one of the big three, or was it four? Can't remember.
The horseman is 4.
No, not that.
There's Fel King Tudrig. There's Abelock.
I'm not talking about his lordship. I'm talking about his. So there's Raw.
You're talking about the dead men, right?
No.
Okay, so the three that you saw were Rawl, the Tabaxi called Blood Loon Drowning,
Yep, and then we've got Abel.
and then Abelock.
Yeah, so the big three. That's who I refer. The big three. When one of them comes knocking at your door and tells you, obviously doesn't tell you, but he points at the child and be like, "God damn it, fine." You don't say no.
Is Rawl the one who tried to kill me on multiple occasions?
He's also the one that sent my face through that fucking cable.
He tried to kill you?
Oh, wait, is this?
Oh yeah, Edvon. Have you met Rawl?
I have.
You know.
Briefly, he doesn't say much.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't.
So
More of a
we're
man of
talking-
actions.
So you remember
Is
those guys
it- no,
at the,
no,
the
is
Doctor's
this-
Hall?
Is this Darkverse? Is this the demon that was mentioned before?
What? Yeah.
Holy shit, your daughter's a demon?
No! And your fucking father's a stump!
I'm really confused. So there's a demon, there's a daughter, and there's a.
She's a dog. Da-da-da-da-da.
God damn it.
and
Fuck, I forgot what they
there's
were
another-
called. Give me a
who's-
second.
Who's
Tiefling.
not the daughter, and apparently
She's a
Rawl,
tiefling.
Oh. Okay.
It's really funny when she gets flustered because she starts to speak this weird language and all I hear is blah, 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 blah.
I go over to Jeeves, I kind of give him a nudge. Jesus, fucking Jerry Springer episode over here.
Who?
Who's Jesus and what's a Jerry Springer?
Right.
Time traveling, no.
You know, Jeeves, you're going to be alright. I pat him on the back. And pick his pocket.
Well, he's wearing a robe with no pockets.
Oh.
This man literally has his priestly robes and a belt.
Anything of interest on the belt?
No.
Like, this man is literally carrying nothing.
Does he have pockets that are empty?
Nope.
Okay, so I can't even plant something on him.
No, but while you're patting him on the back, he puts his hand down on your shoulder
That's a
and
little
gives you
romantic.
taps you there.
Asimar raising a
Well,
teeth.
thank you, sir.
And I stand by my point that I yelled at this man again.
welcome.
The Raven Queen loves everyone. We are not
He gives you a warm
judge.
smile.
Oh no, I'm not judging. I'm
Just-
just enjoying the
Just
Ireton
gives you that
situation.
warm
Just because
smile
I
that
hate
your grandfather would
full-blooded
give you.
razor-eared elves doesn't mean that I don't have
Okay.
some that are my friends.
Assuming your grandfather doesn't involve
He's
horror
gonna
stories
elaborate
with
that he
you.
went to a bar and one was
I don't
a
know.
woman,
I
thought it was
haven't
a
written
woman,
that
and
backstory.
it wasn't a woman,
Okay.
and had issues with it. So that's why he hates it. But you're the only one that knows this now. Because in
Okay.
character I told you, it's like, this is the reason why.
Okay, all right.
So I kind of circle the group back together and I go, so do we stay here or do we keep traveling?
No, me and the big green are staying here. We're gonna fight these bitches.
I turn to Roland. Are we staying too?
I mean, I really don't see how you're going to proceed. The only way out of the only road out of here goes to this wall that's closed off and being besieged. So
Father Solomon would be able to order the gates to be open for the carriage to get through.
But you wouldn't get too far.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I could get to the top with no problem.
Really?
But I'm-
How?
Druid.
Oh, a druid.
Yeah, he can turn into spiders and shit. It's terrifying. Just the worst.
That is terrifying.
Literally the worst. Look me in the eyes, Edvon. The worst.
I really want someone.
I'm gonna use my thaumaturgy.
I
You
really.
remember that fight that we had where he was super fucking wasted and gone?
Yes.
I'm gonna make
I
this. You don't. But your character, well, that spider that dropped him, I'm gonna make that noise with the thaumaturgy right on his back.
You hear the sound effect of a 8-legged monstrosity land right behind you. Please roll a charisma saving throw. Because charisma is linked with fear.
Okay, that's not the worst. It's not the worst.
But it's also super effective.
11.
against him.
11. What's your spell save?
That's not 11.
14.
For the briefest of moments, you thought a giant fuck-off spider landed behind you.
Yeah. I do the panic that I just did, except like 5 times more severe.
He starts swearing in Gnomish.
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
And Edvon, in the meanwhile, draws his blade really, really quickly and just cuts down in the exact spot where the sound was coming from.
Me trying to hold my composure, just
The other guards do have a little bit of a reaction, like they're looking that way, and Edvon goes, "Just thaumaturgy. It's not an invisible one." And the guards relax themselves again.
I look at the spellcasters. I see that you're doing that.
when is he gonna learn? This is the second time I've done it to him.
I cannot work under these conditions.
You
If
know,
you need me, I'll be in my trailer.
We gotta have some kind of leash on him. Otherwise, he's gonna get us all in trouble.
I mean, a slave ring would do wonders.
Let's see. Do I want to add to this? Do I want to add?
Oh, I'm done with that.
as
I'm going
Tim-
back. I'm gonna go hide in my trailer.
You want me to make the sound on his fucking cart while you shake it?
I've also got like. I mean, both of these would hurt him, but I mean, I've got dissonant whispers and vicious mockery. I could just.
Oh, fucking spider just mocking your existence. What are you?
Well, I think it's...
What do you do? We're trying to give the gnome a heart attack. Did it work? Yeah, probably.
Alvin's just gonna die of a heart attack in this episode. It's gonna be without your rogue for your fight.
It's fine. Well, I'll just use you as a weapon, and then when it comes around, it's like, oh, you're gonna take damage. Uncanny dodge.
Hey, what
That's
level
how it works, right?
What level do you get uncanny dodge at?
It's
Like,
5th.
I think Uncanny Dodge is like 3 or 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah, because there's Uncanny Dodge and then there's Evasion. I think Evasion happens when you're
Evasion's
level
like
7.
way higher.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like 7 or 8.
Yeah, and that's why I think that Uncanny Dodge is 3.
Okay.
No, Uncanny Dodge is 5.
Is 5?
Yeah. Because you can take Dodge as a bonus action at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Uncanny Dodge as a reaction at 5.
Gotcha.
Spoo.
Meanwhile, fighters just get like 7 fucking stat increases.
Details.
So I'm waiting for Carl to do whatever he's gonna do.
Well, he's contemplating on whether he's gonna do anything. As Alvin, like, fuck, he's doing the hands up, I'm done, as he marches back to his fucking carriage.
Well, he's right behind me too. He's like, I'm gonna tell him the character's like, wait for him to get in his carriage. I'll do the spider on top of it, run up there and shake it fiercely.
Edvon puts his sword back and he walks over to you, and he goes, Father, is it true that Rawl tried to kill that man?
That little man managed to poison Anvil-Runelord with some pretty high-powered, I think it was laxatives, right? It was something that makes you release your bowels.
It's going to be a prestidigitation to, I don't think this would work, but prestidigitation to make Alvin feel spiders walking on him. I don't think that would work, but...
Prestidigitation, it doesn't do a tactile sensation, right?
Well,
it's visual.
My player's handbook was moved over there, so let's see.
I guess...
I moved it over here just because I wanted another book up there.
Effect. I mean, I don't think that would count with tactile responses.
You're a unicorn.
Manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range, and create one of the following magical effects. Your voice booms, cause flames to flicker, cause harmless tremors in the ground. You create instantaneous sound that originates from a point. You instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open. You alter the appearance of your eyes for a minute. He is within 30 feet. You can make tremors. You can make the... You can make the vibrations in the on the ground around him and under him, for sure.
But they also you can make his fucking carriage door fly open if he's got one too.
I'm
Unless
just,
I lock him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now.
Tremors is a bad idea.
I'm gonna say this right now. There is not enough time for the combat encounter I had planned for this one, so you might as well have some fun.
Yeah.
He stole from people. You guys
allegedly. No one saw him.
So, can I get you to turn into a spider? A giant spider?
I could.
Oh, we are going to terrorize this gnome.
Do I hear that? Is that in character?
Roll perception.
He's just going to make the...
Probably not. Like a 10?
Pit spider...
9?
Pit spiders might smell, so that's what he's going to do. He's just going to...
Probably not then.
Gonna flavor Alvin. Just let's see.
Flavor me?
He's just making me think. Because he wants just to piss him off.
That's actually like a druidcraft thing. I can actually make the smell of like a spider den.
I've never noticed a smell with spider dens.
Because they're all small. The bigger spiders would have a slight peculiar odor.
You really need to just stick your entire face on the next time you see
So,
one, so you can...
a lot like lizards or bearded dragons when they molt their skin, they stink really bad when they do that. Spiders molting, they kind of have a musk to them as well. It's more earthy though.
That'll do it.
You
Say if
fucking
you've
weirdos
ever
out
been,
here sniffing spiders.
Flavor Alvin like a spider den. That's all he can smell.
So Harrison's gonna lick me and then just fucking panic.
So, when you mentioned that Abalok got the shits, Edvon is trying to, like...
Picture it?
He's trying to picture it, and he's also... He's torn because he is a patriot. But Abalok's fucking weird, and the idea of this guy who's always, like... He's just physically weird, but he's always prim and proper when he's out and about. All of a sudden getting the shits? kind of funny.
So is that why we're all trying to kill... Yes.
He's still alive, though. Does that mean that the Raven Queen intervened?
No, actually, I think I intervened at that point. Because I gave her all the points.
Do you really want me to turn into a giant spider?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So,
I turned into a giant spider.
Alright.
So I've got this hood, right? They're rideable, yeah? Right?
Oh, they're large.
Okay. So I've got the arachne hood. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna be the rider of spiders. And we're gonna not like that. So like you get the rider of war, pestilence, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
With thaumaturgy, I think that's or is that the minor illusion? I can't remember.
I'm gonna hit his carriage.
Just bam.
No. Are you gonna like climb on my back? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna crawl to his. I'm gonna crawl up to his carriage and like
No.
with two front legs just like tap on the side.
We're gonna have fun with this because I'm gonna cast my strider on.
I'm assuming they're waiting until you get into the carriage.
Right. Yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna get in and lock the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, where'd it go?
And I'm gonna like hiss. Just like tap on the door.
Where the fuck did I put?
Here's the thing: is I'm expecting this now because you just did this.
I'm gonna drop a long strider on you.
A what?
Long strider makes it faster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And
So instead of a, it's now a. It's like is it?
You could just scurry 360 around.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah. I am. I'm gonna climb over the top.
I'm gonna use
And then-
thaumaturgy to make it sound like there's an army of these things just attacking his carriage.
Hold on.
The horses.
Oh fuck!
The horses.
Oh, do we have someone here?
You leaf lovers ready for some cock and ball torture?
QB.
That's QB.
Did I hear a rockin' stone or is this a cock and stone?
Oh, this is a cock and ball torture.
Cock and stone, it is.
So the horses, upon sensing the presence of a giant fucking spider.
This is very not professional, but why the fuck not?
Here's the thing:
They got a 3.
They're still
They are
attached.
terrified and they start pulling.
They're still attached to your Lamborghini too, though. This whole
they're trying
thing's
to
fucking
run.
going.
They're trying to run, and they're thrashing around, and the rope actually holds, surprisingly. But because of that, the Lamborghini also gets pulled, and the goats get jerked back a little bit, and Jeeves is right there, so the goats go. Sorry.
You're gonna break Jesus' back.
Let's fucking find out. The Rams actually got a 16, so they are not gonna thrash around and kill an old man. But Jeeves, after experiencing this right in front of him, goes, "Ho there! Good Rams. Yes. Stretch. He looks over and he sees the giant fuck off spider and he goes,
We're leaving.
And then there's me on the back with the spider hood up.
the screen just literally just cuts really, really narrow, so it's just his eyes as he squints.
Oh, all right.
Spike to the sun.
And you see golden lightning sparkle from his leather-gloved hands. No.
Just, here we go again.
Well, on top of it, so where's the door to your carriage?
On either side. It's a standard carriage.
Okay.
So he's got 2 doors.
Which both lock.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
As they do.
I'm going to...
Giant spiders have rights too, you racist bastards.
No, they don't.
I'm
not giving rights to orcs. I don't think the giant spiders are next.
Oh. Okay.
The Orcish Rights Act never actually came to pass.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spray webbing.
All right.
Over the door.
It's a very strange sensation for you.
You
It
jizz
just-
on his door.
like
Yeah, but I jizz a lot. It's really hard and sticky.
Damn it.
Average spider is probably smarter than the average orc.
I know I haven't gotten you the Letterkenny DVDs yet, but I'm pretty sure that's a Shoresy line.
Is
Is when he's chirping with Riley Jones, he goes, 3 things are going to happen. I hit you, you hit the ground, I jerk off, and your driver's side handle.
Because I got spell slots to burn. I'm gonna hop off as you're spraying it. I'm gonna go to each one of his doors and
By the way-
slap a glyph of warning on it.
That requires like 100 golden supplies to do a glyph of warning.
Unless you're a
That would
holy
spell
person.
focus.
No, it's
No, a spell focus works for anything that doesn't have a value cost.
Like a consumable.
But by the way, one of the abilities that the Cloak of Arachne gives you is web.
Oh, it
So you
doesn't-
can do the same thing.
Super G.
No, I can walk on your webs. I'm not bound
Yeah,
by
you
it.
can. But you can also produce your own too, like twice a day.
Like from your wrists.
Not quite.
Resistance to poison damage. You have climbing speed equal to your walking speed. You can move up and down across vertical surfaces, upside down, along ceilings, while leaving your hands free.
Yep.
So I could just hang straight up and down.
Yes, you can. Well, Smoke does it all the time.
You can't be caught in webs of any sort and can move through webs as if it was difficult terrain. You can use an action to... I can.
Everybody, Kalu's got to take off to get ready for his overnight shift. So is there anything...
Whatever the symbol is.
Right.
Uh,
Is there anything...
No, for the-
Just gonna sit down to watch the fun.
All right.
The Drifell salute.
That's fair. Well, the Drifell salute is this.
Oh, I thought it was like this.
This right here... That's
it's
their
something
that's
an
their prayer.
outsider will get their ass kicked for.
But we will see you next week, Kalu. Next week we will have a siege on your hands.
we're gonna lay siege to his hands? That's gonna be weird.
Well, it'll be a short siege.
We'll see you all next week.
Obviously,
Next
Have
week.
have a quiet night.
obviously druids can understand speech.
Farewell.
Wait, are you
I'm knocking
Are
on
you
wood
gonna-
for you.
Are you delivering or are you guarding tonight?
I work at the homeless shelter tonight.
Oh. I hope you have a quiet night.
It should be. See you next
Silent night.
Next week?
Next week?
Holy night.
So does Elvin's carriage have windows in it?
No.
No,
He's actually mentioned
because
that.
it's my private
This movie
quarters.
doesn't.
Well, there are windows per se, but they don't open.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So he can see out.
If I don't cover them, yes.
Okay.
Which they're covered most of the time. Just for privacy.
Because I was gonna have you watch me in the air a little bit, and then I was gonna make it look like the web came from my mouth and just.
Edvon
Between the
is...
two of us, we could do like some major hindering in the for the siege.
You know what? I'm not using the spider webs for that. We are gonna go lay traps now.
I kind of want to veto that, though, because he shouldn't be able to talk in spider form.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
but
None of this has been in character.
But it is a thought you had, so if you want to, you can convey it by dropping the form and telling him.
Oh yeah, no, that's not an issue. His carriage is covered in spider webs anyway.
So, Alvin, you and your dog Blinky.
Harrison. Stop dead naming my dog.
Did you stop detonating your dog?
Stop detonating the dog.
Dead naming.
I thought it was exploding cats, not exploding dogs.
That's exploding kittens.
That's a good game.
So you drop the phone and tell me then, or you're gonna?
Well, yeah, you know, Roland's gonna drop for me to say, you know, this actually,
It brings up a really good idea.
yeah, you're gonna say this makes for an interesting combination.
This entire thing, like,
This prank about torturing and tormenting a gnome for one of his phobias has given us a great idea to defend the city.
so
Better watch out. One
I've
of these
got another
stabbed
idea.
in your sleep.
farm boy.
You turn over and you say Edvon and a bunch of the other soldiers are...
Just what?
No, it's not that. They've kind of like sat... Some of them have sat down or are leaning against the wall, and they are gallows humoring, just laughing. Gallows humor laughing at this, because this has been a reprieve from the bloodshed that they've been experiencing for the past 3 fucking days. This is fantastic to them.
It's fantastic for us,
This is
too.
Robin Williams' level of comedy to them.
Well, The first Q4
we have
was
another-
when
we
they
have
heard
another-
the spider. They're like, oh, fuck.
We
And
really
then a
can't-
spider does appear and chases the fucking no.
Alright, so QB has decreed this. Roll for spider laying eggs in the carriage.
You can't get in the carriage, though.
Can't. I'm a male spider.
Ah.
We could totally thaumaturgy it, though. It's not happening.
No,
Wouldn't
not having.
that be minor illusion?
Yeah, that's minor illusion or greater illusion. Thaumaturgy will give the audio illusion of it.
The sound of eggs hatching.
Gonna drop some sound of spider eggs moving just on his carriage.
Blinky is barking though. He's like, "Barf, barf, barf."
With that being said,
Come here,
yes,
boys.
we
You
need
know, I've never
information.
quite understood the whole fear of spiders thing. I mean, I really don't see how they're any more frightening than, say, like a pack of wolves or, you know.
You also have to take into account that he is not normal size like us.
Well, I really don't see how that should make a difference. I mean, I would think that a direwolf would be far more frightening than him anyway.
But big spiders, lots of legs. You know, he looks about the size of a giant, whatever the fuck those things are called, right?
Like a gnat.
Yeah, he looks like a gnat to them. An easy snack.
Yeah, but he'd just be an easy snack.
He's not that fast on the ground either. They have 8 legs and they're huge. Plus, we went to get him some things. We went into the forest while you guys were doing whatever you were, and he got dropped by a couple spiders. I can't.
You guys encountered spiders in the woods?
Yeah, we were killing spiders in the woods.
Are you talking about the tower?
The tower? No, we were like on the edge of the woods, like inside. We went and rescued people.
From inside you hear, yeah, the Hunter's Hall.
Oh,
That tower,
Oh.
dummy.
This was the attack. Okay, this was
Yeah.
the attack.
yeah.
Okay, this was the attack that. Okay, I was not there for that attack, was I?
No, you were. I don't know where you were. I just
Okay.
assumed that you and Kala were off doing.
From inside. Don't worry, I wasn't either.
Yeah, he got hit so hard upside the head he don't remember it.
Oh well, probably best. Probably for the best.
I mean, if legs are terrifying, why not a centipede?
That is also an option.
Why not a millipede?
I don't think.
Giant centipede is also an option, and I can do it because we have seen them.
Has Alvin seen them?
Yes,
Yeah, you have. Remember the ballad in the forest?
After the spider fight.
Do I?
In one of the watchtowers for the Hunter's Hall, Kalu did a Disney princess. Only instead of summoning woodland creatures, he summoned woodland insects, which included a giant centipede.
And between the two of us, we kept the fucking
And
show
snakes.
rolling because we were afraid.
And snakes.
A constrictor snake, a giant centipede, several mosquitoes.
From inside you hear, oh, did that actually happen? I thought we hallucinated that.
No, that actually happened. That being said,
Edvon has reached you by this point. He's like,
Farm
yeah.
which way have they usually been attacking from?
They've primarily been trying to attack the gate.
Why the hell would you attack the gate? It's one of the most oh my god, these people are stupid.
If you break down the gate, well, the gate has hinges, and if you break the hinges, you break the gate. They try to break down the wall. They're going through 4 feet of solid stone.
You pop a hole in the wall, we can't fix it or barricade it.
They have to break a hole through it first.
That's fair. Alright, so grab some of your other boys and underlings and what have you, and we're gonna go set up some traps.
Edvon, what are they doing to my carriage?
They've currently covered it in...
Shut up, boy.
I've been ordered not to tell you.
By who?
Doesn't concern
The leader of my holy religion.
you. You're supposed to say that doesn't concern you. Fucking
He's not in your army, though. I am. I'm a second lieutenant.
So,
If the king his own bag. I'm pulling rank. A rank that I stole from him.
if the king is commander-in-chief or whatever the highest one is, what's the second one? Is that general then? Or no?
It would...
Commander?
Usually usually like an advisor or
So,
Like a field marshal?
so the king...
like, this holy man outranks him.
The church actually doesn't have a military presence.
No, but authority-wise.
Oh, you definitely have a lot of sway, that's for damn sure. And you also know it's illegal to impersonate an officer.
You're like, you know what? I'm going to have a deadpan look at him and like, He just broke one of the rules. I have to reprimand this.
God even orcs not to break through the sewer gates. No.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Even orcs know to break through the sewer gates.
I need to tell somebody about this because, I have to follow the rules when I'm home.
What rules? I'm not actually
You're
in your
like,
army. You can't discipline me.
I know you're not. But it's illegal here to impersonate an officer.
Who said I was impersonating you?
I heard you yell from the carriage, I'm a...
Second lieutenant?
Yeah. Like, alright. Which one of you boys wants to prove your mettle and take this little shit in for impersonating a military official?
Also, QB, real quick, the reason why the orcs were able to do that is because they had explosions and there was a giant hole in the wall. They wouldn't have been able to do that if that hole wasn't there.
Well, the hole was guarded by a grate, and it was the one weakness. And traditionally speaking, they attack the gate because the gate is, in fact, the weakest point in the wall.
Because it's a gate, not a wall. Yeah.
Well, because it has to be able to open.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yes, a couple of the guards kind of stepped forward, like, I'll gladly serve the church, Father.
Alright, well, I know for a fact that my traveling companion in there is not a military official. Now is the thing. This is not the first time he's done something like this, and now I'm going to roll for myself to see if I would give up the gnome as is.
Off-screen physical humor.
What do you roll?
18.
18.
Just means need
Are
more
you sure?
explosives. Most problems can be solved that way.
No, I just asked you if you're sure, and I threw in another 18. And the one time I almost did kill him, he impersonated our god. So, take him away, just don't kill him. Please.
Allegedly.
Alvin,
Yeah.
you go from hearing a spider
Yeah.
to no spider, but you can see the webbing on the window.
You better.
Kajizzled on.
And you then hear, roughly, you count 20? 30?
Ooh!
Armored soldiers marching on your carriage?
I thought there was only like 2.
I go, alright, Harrison. You know what to do. When they're gone, pull me out, and I jump into my chest of holding.
Oh, fuck, is this gonna be the session where he dies?
Oh, shit!
No. I've got
10 minutes of air.
10 minutes of air plus however many rounds I can hold my breath.
The soldiers, 30 of them, swarm this thing, and they just start ripping and just like hacking into this thing. They rip the doors open, and they go inside. There's the dog going, "Murph!" A couple of them reach in, grab the dog, and pull him out by the scruff. Dog doesn't like that.
How dare you?
But they... But
Gently with the dog. Gently with the dog.
guards turn to you and go like, "Is he a druid?"
No, he's a gnome. That's a dog.
The guards put the dog down and like
It's his dog.
pet,
Don't worry, sir.
and the dog is like, "Arf!"
What did he say?
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
And a couple
So,
of guards
hold
like,
on.
guards are getting into the carriage and they're looking for him. They're just like,
I'm gonna use one of the charges on my Ring of Animal Influence to cast
To tell Harrison to not save me.
to cast Speak with Animals,
okay.
and I'm gonna ask the dog, "Hey, where did he go?"
Went to a box.
Oh yes, he can do that.
Wait, well, I mean, he's small enough to fit, but...
What?
He's small enough to fit into a normal box, but... Oh, right, I'm not unsure it.
Yep.
Fuck.
He must have turned one of his boxes into a box of holding. So I'm gonna peer inside. Right?
He's nice to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You're a good dog.
You're a good boy. You're a very good
I'm
boy.
a pet. I'm
Thank
not
you.
because I can't hear this. I'm a pet.
Play?
Like,
In a little bit.
Tail wags.
I'm gonna look inside his carriage and
Can't
see,
believe my own dog snitched on me.
and see, and I'm good.
The guards are hesitant to let you in just yet.
Oh no, I'm not going. I'm just gonna.
What'd the dog say to you?
He said that he went into a box.
He went into a box. Now I can say he's small enough to fit in normal boxes.
Yeah, we just redo that line. Yeah, we got it.
I mean, you're right.
Normal.
Right, but I don't. But he
makes those fancy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we need to find a box in here. He's inside of one. That's got
Inside a
magical
box?
properties. Oh, inside a box.
As soon as the guards hear that, they look to the benches that were transformed, and they go, "Whoa! There's a box of holding in here."
Oh. Wait.
Now, okay. No, just like quick as I said. Okay, would a box of holding actually contain more like extra dimensional space than a bag of holding?
I think you'd be able to see it easier though if it's a big enough box.
Right, but like a bag of holding can hold up to 500 pounds, right? Wouldn't like a box of holding be able to hold like 2 tons?
Well, no, it's the same enchantment. It's the same effect. It's
right.
But we're bending the rules.
Effectively,
a little bit.
it's a bag of holding on like the felt lining of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like I'm not DMing.
Actually, I don't need the dog.
If you're
I
in
could
a
just
house-
launch myself out at any time by dropping the.
If you're in a house and you have a thing that's not moving, I'm pretty sure that you can fill that bag of holding with as many pounds of whatever you want. It's carry weight basically.
Stand back, or I'll
True.
put my bag of holding inside another bag of holding.
I thought that was,
okay.
a portable hole in a bag of holding.
Yeah, that is true. It's actually more like a portable hole in the bag of
I'm
holding.
gonna put a bag of holding in a bag of devouring and see what happens. Just made a portable hole.
Right. Make a hole. But this guy goes like, "We're looking for a gnome, right?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Reaches his hand in. Gnome. You get pulled out. And you're being lifted up by this armored Azamar, just looking at you with these scorching eyes.
All right.
Thank God you saved me. I don't know how long that horrible gnome had me trapped in there.
Look at that guy that did that. How did you do that? That is. It's amazing.
He, by the order of the High Priest of Drifell and the Raven Queen Cathedral, you are hereby placed on temporary arrest for imitating the Raven Queen herself and committing an act of fraudulence, imitating the rank of second lieutenant.
No, you've got the wrong guy. The one you want is still in there. Put me down and I'll show you.
He kind of like rotates you, and there's a guy behind you that grabs your hands and puts you like wraps your hands behind your back.
Ah, fuck.
And like the carrot like
Is it
escorts
wrong
you
that
out.
This is so satisfying.
Escorts you out.
And we're doing it by the books. We're not even killing him.
Escorts you out. Some of the guards go like, just in case he's true. Gnome.
Pulls out Carmella.
Has he changed his form at any point with his
No.
disguise?
Oh, fuck, is she disguised? Stop
I'm gonna be like, that's him.
Jeeves notices this going on and goes, "Hold on a moment here. This is an outrage, I say."
Zip it.
Jeeves, they've got the wrong man. You believe me, right?
I do believe you, but I must follow the will of my sir.
Okay, so they've tied
All right,
my
toss his pockets. We'll see what he's holding in there.
they tied my arms behind my back, right?
Yes.
But not my legs?
No.
All right, I'd run over and mount up Harrison. Go, boy, go!
Yeah, so you attempt to do that, and the guards are immediately on you.
There's like 30 of them right here.
A couple of them do tackle you rugby style to the ground.
This is how my new character gets introduced, is Alvin's in prison.
God, I think that thud was more satisfying than the head on the carriage. It's too bad Colin got to miss this. He would have just said,
He can watch the VOD.
He won't.
Yeah, because he's lazy.
Me too.
So, while this is going on, you hear a lookout going, "Incoming!"
Crushing
and
ice!
and then you hear.
Right into my carriage.
No. One of the using that particular diorama extension as a rough estimate, there were supposed to be a second ballista on the other tower. The problem is the people at the Source Comics are assholes, and if you don't wear a mask, they don't serve you.
So you should have pocketed it and walked out.
Yeah, why'd you go to Source, not Fantasy Flight?
I didn't
Fantasy
think
Flight
that,
doesn't have a whole lot of models.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's the only problem. They've got a lot of actual like games, but not really models, and let alone like
Tower
stuff like
Hobby has
ballistas.
a shit ton of that stuff though.
Tower Hobby?
Or Hobby Tower, or whatever they call it now.
If that
Hobby Lobby?
No,
if that
like,
was the store on Lindale Avenue, then that's not there anymore.
no, it's.
Are you
a
talking
little
about the
further.
Source in Roseville?
Yes.
Man.
So
Oh
this place has like remote control airplanes that you got real engines and stuff in, that you put
Ooh.
fuel and stuff in, and they've got everything.
Put fuel into?
Yeah, you get like miniature jet fuel. You fucking get a remote control. You build it from wood and whatever. And
Where are you getting jet fuel?
It's synthetic. It's the equivalent of
You
RC
buy it from
cars.
them.
Oh.
God, it smells really funky.
I can imagine it's fucking jet fuel,
Yes,
synthetic.
Huff some of it. See if it's as good as regular fuel.
No,
Oh,
it causes cancer.
Everything causes cancer.
This one's got the warning label.
Only in
It says causes
California.
cancer.
But you
Yeah, only in
three,
California.
right?
Why do people even live there anymore? Everybody's giving them cancer.
Because they don't have mask mandates there.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah,
Why are they
of
living
course.
there?
He said California is because everything keeps getting set on fire and they keep breathing that shit in.
Well, then of course you have the government paying the homeless to stay homeless and there.
I just heard about that. That's
Yeah.
fucking weird. You get more money for being homeless there than you do working in a fucking average job here.
Yeah.
It's weird. Anyway,
It's California. Dude,
the four of you
don't-
do recognize that little explosion as the explosive shot from those pesky little Warforged sentient ballistas.
Oh.
And the guards instantly stand at attention. The two of them are still holding the gnome, but they all get up and they just kind of look off in the direction, and you see this slow billowing of dust move towards you. All of you, including Alvin, can feel free to make a visual perception check to see what the fuck is going on.
See, now you keep satisfying visual when I don't have glasses, and it's trying to get on my nerves. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Damn.
23.
Okay.
19.
All three of you, maybe not Kalu, maybe not him.
Color who's
What'd
now
Color
a piece
get?
of cardboard.
Kylo got a 19.
Okay, we're good.
All right, you saw it too, right? Well, 18 because I think it's perception's -1.
It's a base roll on the die of the dead 19.
So, in any case, you can see there's a lot of Warforged on their way. And you do see one additional Warforged that you hadn't seen before that you can kind of make out towering above the others. You hear one of the scouts on the wall yell out something before we end the session proper.
Well, hold on here. So we're inside the wall.
Nope, you're in front of the wall. You never actually went inside.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone is
okay.
We're standing over.
Oh, we're so fucked. My hands are bound. Thanks, guys.
Well, I mean,
It's a solid start to this battle.
you could have taken him inside the wall before you started this.
I could have, but I didn't.
This was on your order. You gonna blame him?
One, I'm upholding the law, which is part of my duties.
Is it not against the law to trap someone in their own RC with spiders?
No, it's not against the law.
You're in our homeland, and you broke not one, but two of our rules, and one of those is condemnable by death.
Okay, I only broke one of them so that I could try and stop you from breaking my RC.
But what do they say? Rules is rules.
Them's the rules.
I don't
We
make them.
didn't damage your RC at all. I don't know what your problem was.
Okay, well, I didn't know that outside when I heard a bunch of giant spiders. and I
That is
assumed
also fair.
They were coming to tear me limb for limb.
He probably shot himself.
So this thing that is towering over the other Warforged foot soldiers.
Maybe it's a good time to
Stands
get inside
about-
the wall.
2.5 times the size of the soldiers that you fought before.
Oh, sweet bejesus.
That'd be a big one.
You hear one of the lookouts on the tower yell out, "Fortify! Titan!"
Okay.
Have fun next session.
I shout up to the guards. I have a powerful artificer. You're gonna need me for this battle. Untie me.
You know what? Put him in a catapult and send it to him.
As long as you untie me first, that'll work.
Yeah. You got yourself into this mess. You can get yourself out of it.
No,
You are aware that you specifically are aware that one of the methods to work off jail time of any kind is through military service.
All right, let him go. He'll help.
I don't. I immediately leave.
As he's running.
Yeah, you've got 30 guardsmen right over here, and there's.
All right, I charge straight into enemy lines, and the moment I get up to one of them, I go, "I'll fight for you guys." Are you accepting applicants?
One of the Warforged rolls out with fucking thick rimmed glasses and a notepad, state your name, sex, sexual orientation, personal identity, racial identity, preferred racial identity, preferred sexuality.
Just put Apache attack helicopter for all of those.
We cannot do that, sir. We have been told by the higher programming that is cultural appropriation.
I
You
am.
can appropriate these nuts in your fucking sprockets.
I am a Apache attack helicopter.
Are you black? Do you identify as black?
No, as Apache
Apache.
attack
Apache.
helicopter.
Apache. What? Apache pair of pants. Apache sail. What? What?
Oh, a quilt.
Apache. Okay. I don't know. That sounds kind of threadbare.
So,
Ooh.
well,
Hey,
congratulations.
sleep at night.
You've managed
Well,
to.
let's solve this up in a minute here.
You are now able to
Make us
join
up
in
on
the
the whole
siege.
cloth now, huh?
The siege of Aduvel.
They asked for help.
We
And
don't help them.
This is more of the
And they get
fuck
us.
you, little man. I'll show you why I'm up in that fucking castle.
How does the crust taste, little man?
No.
How does the grass taste, little man?
We survived this, and he's still cocky. I will personally knock his fucking lights out.
Yes, but is he all that wrong, Father?
Whoa,
I'm never in the fucking castle.
you coming to prison with me?
You know what? He might be right. You are a half elf, and
I probably can't tell the difference between male and female elves.
this one said in Celestial, "To hell with the Raven Queen. Throw him in the pit."
As soon as you say "to hell with the Raven Queen," you hear pain scream in your head.
Oops.
I turn to the guards and I go, "That one said, 'To hell with the Raven Queen.' Throw her in the pit."
Correction! I accidentally sent her to hell. Well, fuck me. Let's go.
Join your mistress.
The literal divide between the material and celestial plane cracks in the beginning, like at the top of the mountain, and fucking demons start pouring down from above on high.
Oh
Be
boy.
like, oops. I done fucked up.
Oops, I did it again.
Helping Spice tell him I love him, and it was not me, it was the gnome. Bye. Father Solomon running away. Why?
They're gonna tell the Falcon that, and he's gonna go, "What fucking gnome is he talking about?"
There's more than one.
Like, is he talking about the gnomes that we brought in to conduct that super secret investigation that will define the entire plot structure of this session?
Oh, the Lingenhole family?
I just said the gnome did it, so he's like, well, arrest all the gnomes.
Frickin' lingonberries.
The Fell King grows a suspicious black mustache right here. And we shall destroy the gnomes!
That's the father.
And we with us!
Begins the pogrom!
This was on to read my dice tray. I didn't see it.
Uh-huh.
Pocket fine.
Come on. Oh shit! You know what I could do?
That'd be
What can you do?
Flour, water, dunk up
Giant
the
spider.
Warforged.
You spit the webs and I can walk across them, which is great. And then I can spit them, and then we could just be like, "What are you?"
There's
You're
a
not
lot of
wrong.
stuff you can do with that.
Like
Or
that
like,
tower, I became
I
a
am
fucking
very
cannon.
smart.
It's like,
Or you
they
could
don't have range.
Granted-
Or I stand on the wall and just
Warforged are
Okay.
pretty sealed up.
How tall is the how tall are the walls?
Well, the walls are, for the sake of simplicity, they're about that high.
You know about
They're about 1.5 feet.
They're about, yeah.
how tall are the walls in Germany? About yay high.
No, okay, so funny story, because this is a funny story from work.
How good are the showers? You can fit about 150 people at a time.
So there's this one guy
It's too bad 150 bath.
there's this one guy at a place that I patrol, whom every once in a while, when he gets a report for something on one of the upper floors, he'll aim kind of like this. And my joke has always been, it's a really good thing your hand is angled that specific way, because if it was like this, we'd have a problem.
What's the difference between a Nazi and a gay guy?
About 45 degrees. Still saying my favorite thing is this fucking Josh at Carboys was giving me shit. He's like, I was like, well, before you go, why don't you come get your fucking cousin out from underneath the oven here? He's Jewish. And he laughed his ass off at it.
But remember, Jacob said that we're not allowed to make Nazi or Jew jokes.
Who the hell's Jacob?
Morgan?
Sie haben entführt!
No. But that is the 23rd streamed session of the campaign with
And
no
remember,
name.
kids, traps aren't gay.
Drifell
You're gay
Park.
for liking traps. Brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends.
Hi, I'm Sam Riegel, and I'm gonna make an unfunny skit for our sponsor for a good 5 fucking minutes. Every fucking episode.
Hey now.
You're a
You're
rock
an
star.
all-star.
Hey now.
Get your balls on.
Those
go
sketches
play.
are not 5 minutes.
No?
They're too much longer than that. Some of those sketches legitimately are like the first 15 minutes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's so painful. Don't get me wrong, there's some gems in the rough, but most of the time.
Most of the time it's shit.
Hey, that's the software I use. AMD.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
know?
hardware.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we can end it now.
No, that's
There's some real big niggas up in here.
Did you know that you could do VR in Minecraft?
Yeah, there's a Minecraft VR.
You can also play Ark Survival Evolved in VR.
Ooh.
That is fucking terrifying.
Skyrim and Fallout 4 are both in VR as well.
Yeah, Fallout 4 was one of the... That and Skyrim were like one of the first things that they dropped into it. Minecraft VR is kind of difficult.
Really?
I haven't played it, but
I've seen clips of people trying it, and it's like it seems like your arms run away from you.
It's tracking issues.
Okay.
But on that note, goodbye.
Good night.
farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, good night.